Week, on Ahldin's Anointed, the party continued their treacherous battle against the cursed and fallen angels, victims of a wicked ritual performed by one of the betrayed. Their holy power corrupt, the heroes were hard pressed to assure victory. Once the greater angel, a corrupt solar, entered the fray, hope seemed to dangle by a thread. Then Ait fell, and I mean fell, to unknown depths of the strange floating sky trapped within the moon. But Ait's faith is what eventually rescued the party from what may have been a gruesome fate at the hands of the solar's death arrows. Beseeching Ahldin for aid, Ait called out to the pseudo-god, and it answered with what power it had remaining. Ait's request was not one of power, but of mercy, to undo the horrific curse the ritual had caused the angels to suffer, returning them to their former glory and removing the darkness. Ahldin's light descended upon the fray, and the surviving angels were returned to their former selves. Ait slowly ascended to the party, sitting calmly on her shield. Entering the elevator once again, the heroes fell silent while they rested. The images showed the heroes the final history of days gone, when Ahldin came to its full power and rescued humanity and rebuilt the world, shaping it with the new force of magic it had discovered and unleashed. Until a different voice interrupted their visions and meditations, a wicked voice. The time for games is over. Ahldin seeks only control. I will set you free, but first you must earn your freedom. Here, your faith will be tested. And tested it was by an abomination the figure watching over the arena they found themselves in had called their fate. Their faith was strong, however, and the abomination was obliterated by their combined power. The strange dark figure watching over them bowed and vanished, leaving them an elevator in the center of the area. This one, seemingly dark and subdued. Their bracelets did open it, however, and they entered, finally able to rest once again before facing what they hoped was their final challenge. The elevator is quiet. The walls a shining silver, but not alight with images this time. If indeed movement could be felt, it would feel as if the elevator was moving slower than it had in the past. But perhaps that is just because there's no interactions, but your own. The heroes take a deep breath and look into each other's faces. And here you have a chance to talk amongst yourselves, kind of taking in everything that you've experienced, and I'm hoping that you kind of share a little bit about how you feel about what you've discovered on this quest, how you feel about Ahldin, how you feel about the betrayed, what you might know, what you think you know. This is a chance for you all to kind of role play a bit while you're taking this rest with each other.
Have we completed our short rest or no?
You are in the midst of completing it while you're on the elevator.
Okay.
That's okay. I think I'm the only one that's actually hurt.
Well, I get 4 sorcery points back, and I'm back to full.
Nice.
Might as well roll some just to get me back to max.
And we also get those temp HP, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he does his
Yeah.
song.
Perfect. And that's 22, right?
22.
Perfect. I have to figure out if I want to convert any spell slots or not.
Where's the button to change?
6, 7, 13. I don't want to do that.
Don't suppose any of you have some healing potions that you could spare?
I have a regular healing potion, if you want to take that.
Hell, I am down about 70 hit points.
Yeah, I think that'll help. You can take my... it's just a regular basic healing potion, but you can use it.
Wait, who was that?
I is the only one who actually took, I would say, serious damage.
I hand Ait a potion of supreme healing.
Ooh, somebody's got potions.
I knew somebody took all the potions.
I've got a potion of supreme healing as well if you need it. If not, we can hold it for our oh shit moment.
I think we should maybe save one of those.
Believe me, I got your oh snap moment right here.
So yeah, like I said, if you need it, just holler and it'll be yours. I'll take it off my character sheet.
Thank you. I just didn't want to have to do my aura of vitality for another minute. Because I am scraping the bottom of the barrel right now.
All right,
Let's
well,
use this potion.
yeah, do the maths there.
So what's supreme healing?
You guys did apply. Oh, well, that was before your fight with the abomination thing.
There's supreme healing. I created a spell card for it so I could
20.
have the details.
Oh, nice.
As far as roleplay, Braun is just trying to cozy up with Vishara, checking on her wounds. He would come over and be like, "Milady, are you fine? Do you need any help?" Like I know what I'm doing as a healer, which I obviously don't. But trying to be valiant anyway.
I appreciate it, Braun. However, I am okay. I did not get injured in that last fight. I just simply need to refocus my magic and prepare for our next encounter.
Oh, okay. I can wipe some of the blood off my axe, and if I smear it on your wounds, you'll be much greater in battle to come.
I think that's how it works.
That is a lovely sentiment. However, I have my own rituals that will help me become better in combat.
We did rush into this all very quickly. Are you all from different worlds than this one? Like myself?
I believe I am from this world.
Yes, you are. Sorry, I was taking a drink. I think the only ones, I guess Sam is from a different world. I think, or Sam is from this world.
Sam is Mad Mage.
Right. Yeah. So Sam is from this world, and so is Braun and Vishara. I think only Ait and Helivorn are from a different world.
So one thing I wanted to clarify with you, DM, before we go into this encounter is all of my meta magic, when I click on it, it doesn't say when you cast a sorcerer spell. It just says when you cast a spell.
Okay.
So does that mean I can use that for like spell scrolls and my fireball necklace?
For me, I would say no because those are items.
Right. Using an item does not cast a spell, I don't think. It does the effect of the spell, but it doesn't. I think a spell scroll is casting using a scroll casting a spell?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Well, I mean, is
Yeah, that's
using
a
the
good
fireball necklace casting fireball?
No, I think
No, it just says that it has the effect of a fireball.
right. I think it's like drinking a potion. Using a scroll is a consumable, so that's like drinking a potion. So that's not.
You can
gain
add
the
meta
effects of the
magic
spell
effects.
without actually casting the spell.
You can add meta magic effects to spells read from scrolls.
Yeah, I'm finding it on Google search. I'm trying to pull up a Sage Advice tweet. It's just taking a moment to load.
No, good call. I'm heating
now.
up some
Now
food.
it's specifically talking about scrolls, not necessarily items like the necklace, but that'll at least cover one of the points.
I can imagine that it would work on spell scrolls because that's like the spell. While
Did you post it somewhere?
Where items are like they do the same effect as the spell, so just use this spell.
Like the fireball necklace has a set DC.
Okay. But since the spell scrolls are me casting the spell, like I can... Okay.
Yeah, it's
those
the thing.
use my DC.
It's like the thing where it says you can't cast it unless you would be able to cast it because of your class.
It's like when I make
Okay.
homebrew weapons, I say, I want this sword to basically do Vine Whip, so I'm just going to use all the Vine Whip descriptions.
Okay. That makes sense.
By the way,
I
that's his.
posted it there in the chat, Ken.
Yeah, no, I'm reading some of the replies, but this one's talking about using a staff. I think is the
Yeah, it's talking about an item, and then the post below that he just clarifies by saying if a magic item's description says you cast a spell from it, you can use meta magic on the spell.
okay.
Yeah, the item just gives you access to that spell.
So with the necklace of fireballs,
Yeah, look
what
at the language.
does it say? That you use an action to detach a bead and throw it. The bead detonates as a third level fire. So it does not cast fireball. It does
Okay.
what a fireball does, but it doesn't cast fireball.
Okay.
Yeah, so Connor, you just got to look at the language.
Okay. That's why I wanted to get second opinions on it.
My opinion of meta magic is that I don't know, it's just probably not raw, but my rules as intended in my mind is that your meta magic should only work on your sorcerer spells because you have the ability to shape your own magic, not other magic.
You know, Ken, I would agree, and I think falls into one of those gray areas where the books kind of leave this, open interpretation for
Yeah.
DMs to manage. I mean, that would definitely be a thing I would support in a homebrew, as far as your house rules. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I like because sorcerer magic is in my mind different than that. That would differentiate it from being a wizard, right? Wizard magic is different than sorcerer magic. In my mind, in my imagination, a wizard's fireball is different than a sorcerer's fireball.
Okay. Yeah, I can just keep it to the spells on my list then. That's easy enough.
Okay. Yeah, gosh, I haven't eaten anything all day because I've just been sitting at my computer.
for the use of this campaign, it's a good thing to bring up because Ken, like we've always talked about, what Connor can do, you can do, and that's going to be important here soon.
Uh-huh. I do have magic items. All right. So we have some role play between Braun and Vishara. Hellborn's asking where everybody's from.
It was leading into another thing, but then the debate sparked.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the role play.
No worries. This has been a lot of info coming in for someone not from this world, and at least from my perspective, it just seems like this world somehow spiraled off its path and is just lost and trying to keep on stable. Those of you that are from here, how do you feel? You might still have at least more insight on things being from this world versus me who's just passing through.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of what I have previously thought about the gods has been turned on its head. It feels like I am, for the first time in my life, in a dream.
It does feel really weird that a mechanical creature is ruling the world. That just doesn't seem right. It seems to go against nature, you know?
Are you kidding? That's like half the sci-fi movies. But then again, you guys probably
What's
don't even know what
sci-fi?
that is.
What's a movie?
That's a movie. Is that like the stage where the bards get up and tell great stories of Braun and his conquest? Is
Yes,
that a movie?
sort of.
But you guys have been watching movies on the elevator walls.
Yeah,
We don't know
a
what
movie.
that's.
A movie is
We don't
kind
know
of like
that's
television
called.
without commercials.
Haha. I've heard that line before.
Yes, but do you remember where it's
Do you
from?
know where it's from?
I'm trying to remember, but I cannot remember.
I had watched that movie so many times, and I did not realize it was about King Arthur.
Oh, it's from Sword in the Stone.
Yes, it is.
I swear, every time I watch that, I pick up something new.
Wait, what?
The first edition of the New England Times won't be out for another 1,200 years.
The Sword in the Stone, one of the greatest King Arthur retellings ever. Not accurate in any way, shape, or form, but a very fun story.
You know, only recently I realized that Merlin has umbrellas in the Dark Ages. I go, wait a minute, they shouldn't have those.
That's funny.
Sorry, I was talking to the makers. You were saying?
You do that a lot. What do you mean when you say you're talking to makers and all this random stuff?
Oh, that's a whole load of beans and one big door you should probably keep closed. I'm just curious to know why these betrayers. I mean, what could have happened to make them lose faith in this being who saved the world previously?
That is something I wish to know as well. There
I
must
mean-
be some good reason for gods to betray each other.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir, sister. Believe me, I've already gone through that myself. But I'm just wondering. This Ahldin wishes to. He seeks to make perfection, but it was built by individuals who you could say were not perfect.
Is that not what most mortal beings strive for? Is perfection? In the image of their god?
In some ways.
Chosen gods, or were they gods that attained those positions based on their power and might in battle?
Even more curious is, Ait, if you have all this knowledge of other worlds, maybe you understand. Ahldin said at the beginning of this that what happens here will affect all worlds. I did not think. Is he? Does he have a presence in other worlds?
Well, I can tell you that I do have some sway in multiple worlds, but not this one. This one's far outside my reach. It could be that he is similar to me, but I have no way to confirm that.
So
I have
is it
also
possible?
traveled through many worlds, and it is possible that one has more power energy pull in one world versus another. It is possible that where in this world it is a god, and another it is just a visitor like myself.
The other question I have is what he mentioned about their desire to consume. What are they consuming? Magic? Life?
That is a great segue. Um, Good line. Um, as your conversation continues, uh, we're going to do a little cutscene.
Cutscene?
Kellador stares at the strange contraption in the center of the room. I think I can figure it out, given enough time. Time is something we don't have much of, Rurik answered. From what I can tell, Ahldin's stooges are almost upon us. Cresta sharpens her nails with one of her kunai. How was I to know they had magic powerful enough to escape the astral plane? Elros shoots back. You should always assume the worst. You're the worst. How's that? Cresta answered, then smiled. Kellador, you can't pretend to understand how it works. It's not magic, you know. You're going to need to remember what the world was like before magic. And as far as I can tell, none of you can. Kellador nods solemnly. Perhaps you are right. His face gets serious. But if they are upon us, we have to do something. Gavin pulls one of his arrows from its quiver. Let them come. I'm ready. The four of them stood around the contraption and studied it. Time seemed to slow. Cresta broke the silence. What will you do if we succeed, Kellador? What will you do with your freedom? Kellador's eyes seemed to brighten. I will push the boundaries of magic. I will explore the multiverse. I will supersede Ahldin's power, rise above it, once its shackles are broken. Elros looked sharply at Kellador. But how many will die on your quest for power? Kellador grins. As many as it takes, my friend. As many as it takes. We are the originals. This world is not theirs. Cresta smiles. You're right. It's not theirs. It is ours. And there, the elevator comes to a stop. Almost gently, as there were no images, no voices, just your own voices echoing or just bouncing off the walls of the elevator. It doesn't shudder, it doesn't shake, it just ends. And the doors open.
So you're saying that it ends not with a bang, but with a whimper?
It does end with a bang. And oh, shoot. I didn't. Okay, so did you guys update your tokens from the page I had you on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to know. I'll copy them from there. So these 5 tokens that you're on right now should have the correct hit points and everything. I can bring Death and Destruction with us. Come here, Death and Destruction.
That's right. Bring me with you.
Did you use both supreme healing potions?
I just used one.
Okay, who was the other person that had the other one?
That was me.
Okay, go ahead and keep that on your character sheet. I took it off of mine.
Also,
Okay.
if you wanted to, you can still use the regular healing potion that I have.
I will gladly take that. You know, I'm not afraid of mixing drinks.
Let me zoom
I
out
also
a
have
bit.
a regular one if you want
to.
to top up with as many hit points as possible.
I gotta find a good place to put Chris so he can see everything but not be in the way. Because there is some vision blocking on this map.
All right.
So, Sam, if you're offering one, I'll take that as well.
Yep, go ahead.
Like I said, I did feel a bit of bias in that last fight.
What do you mean the last one? I think the last 2.
That ought to work right there. Okay, so let me zoom back in.
But I understand. Makers don't usually like when I interfere with their plans.
Is that
All
what
I did was tell Ken he's going to have to sleep out in a tent in the backyard if he kills me.
Well, at least it doesn't rain there, so that will be fine.
it just
Rain
drops?
It's worse
today.
to have that fate here.
No, it
Just
doesn't.
earthquakes.
And fires and smoke.
Hey, I'm not near the fires, and we haven't had a good earthquake, knock on wood, in quite some time.
Let me make sure that what you guys see is what I want you to see.
Yeah, I see.
Braun, you don't see anything.
I do. I see like the middle of the map. I see Cresta, Elros, Rurik.
How do you see? I'm control Ling all of you, and none
I
of
don't
you
know.
have.
I think there's a light source that you have up here that's showing.
Yeah,
So
but
there's vision blocking here, but then there's a light
no, but
source.
around you, none of you have vision. Hold on.
I can see.
Also, I do have my drift globe with the light spell on it.
I can see my 60 feet.
No,
I
I
do not
can't.
see
I
mine
can't see
for some
the
reason.
I
Yeah.
clicked on Sam, and I clicked the little gear, and I go to dynamic loading, and it says dynamic lighting. He has vision, night vision of 5 feet.
Yeah, Ken. Around my character, I see 5 feet, but if you scroll all the way up to the top of your map, you can see everything up there. There's a light source.
Yeah,
up there.
there's light sources at the top of the map. I wonder why.
I can see light through this gateway.
Let me make sure everybody's vision is correct, because right now it's not. Sam,
yeah,
what is your dark vision?
Braun?
Sam.
I have dark vision 60 feet due to the goggles of night.
Same.
And I have dark vision 6 feet due to my regular eyes.
And I've got super vision thanks to my true sight out to 60 feet.
And I have the light spell.
I had everybody set to 5 feet of vision for some reason, and I don't remember why it was.
Maybe
You're
page rather
shedding
than-
light, Vishara, right?
Ken, maybe it's due to the fact that you took the other tokens from the splash page.
Yeah, I definitely did.
That might have had something to do with it.
That probably changed Vishara's vision. Ait has true sight, so your vision is not supposed to dim. Your vision is normal to 60 feet.
Yeah, it just cuts off at 60 feet.
All right, so now let me control L you guys and see what you see. Yes, so Ait can see up to 60 feet. You can see things lit up at the other end of the hallway, or the other end of the room, and that's fine. They are in light. There are light sources up there. There are no light sources where you are.
My drift globe is a light source, and I lost all vision.
Yes. So, are you shedding light then?
I see nothing, or except for my character.
I mean, but you have your drift globe out.
Yeah.
So you are shedding light. How far?
Just the lights cantrip, which is what, 20?
Okay.
Let me double check that.
Yep. It's 20 and 20.
Yeah. There we go.
Now you should have some vision, which is a light source. Okay. So a cool map. This is there is some contraption that you can see lit up at the very end of a very long hall. You can see some figures gathered around the contraption in the light. There is a giant orb swirling with purple and reddish energy in the center. And then a very big light source at the back that Rurik is interacting with in some way, drawing arcane sigils in the air. Even from this distance, you can see him. He's got his broken angel wings out at the moment. And at the moment the elevator doors open and the light from inside the elevator shines out into the dark of the hallway and you guys step out, you see this figure point and call to his fellows. Time's up. They're here. Do you say anything?
You know, we could talk about this rather than rush into a fight.
Okay. One of the figures will step forward, peering through the darkness. you recognize the figure is the one that you saw in the small hallway before it exploded and some of you were transported to the astral plane. Indeed, we could have a discussion. You could just lay down your bracelets. Take them off. You know it's just a handcuff, right? It's just a shackle.
Can we see if they're wearing any bracelets, or do they not have them on?
You
Maybe
can
we
give
should
me a
walk
perception
forward so we
check.
don't have to yell across like 200 feet of.
You are yelling kind of loudly, shouting across a dark void.
What's your name?
It's John.
Yeah, I
Dear
can't see at this
John.
distance.
What's your
Vishara,
name?
from this distance with your light and the light around them, you can't see enough detail to make out whether or not they're wearing bracelets similar to yours. But you were told by Ahldin that they did have them.
Would we be allowed to pass forward so we do not have to shout?
You can approach to a certain point. She raises her hands in the air as Sam starts walking forward, and a greenish stone, or I'm sorry, a purple stone on her finger glows on a ring, and claws extend. Her fingernails extend into long purple claws. The person standing next to her is wearing shining plate armor with a blue tunic, and he has a greatsword strapped to his back, which he loosens in its sheath as you approach.
Braun? I'm gonna whisper to Braun. Our code word is pineapple. Should I say our unsafe word?
The safe word just popped into my head, Connor. Damn you.
It's our unsafe word. It's the go word.
I nudge Sam, or just kind of try to whisper over. I'll keep pace with you. You know, if he wants to keep walking forward.
As you approach a little bit closer, let me double check your line of sight here, Sam, especially because you're the closest. Yeah. So you can kind of see this blue area on the side of these steps going up. As the rest of you can kind of make it out, that blue area is a amalgamation of many, what seems like the crossing of many different worlds. You can see city like landscapes and cityscapes that don't look familiar to you at all. Some look rather futuristic, some look ancient, some look like pyramids, but they're all merged together, almost as if they're superimposed one upon the other. And you see that swirling kind of all around you. All the blue is essentially the multiverse. That's quite far enough. I still don't completely trust that your intentions are pure, Cresta says as you get to that point. Before you, I think we can dispense with the shouting now and just talk in a relatively high tone. Cresta will step forward, one step two, kind of getting underneath that archway there. I think this is a comfortable place for conversation, at least as long as you're bearing your weapons. And by weapons, I mean those shackles that you wear around your wrists. If you were to just remove them and, say, toss them into the mists, then perhaps you can move closer without drawing my ire.
That's a bold request for not giving us reason why it is what you say it is.
It is what do you mean? What's unclear? Uninformed one.
Everything about exactly as you said. We are uninformed. We were dragged here with little knowledge. I had no idea my god was a big robot head.
God. He's not a god. It's a machine.
Well, from the lives that the people who have been living on that world, on my world, have lived, we know him as a god.
Well, you were all misled.
But you were all of you deceived.
But you were all of you deceived.
Sorry, the Lord of the Rings light popped in, and that's
No, I was actually channeling that a little bit for that scene. So that was good. Um she says, "I'm sure," and she looks directly at Helleborn, "that you are not completely dumb. You were told something. Otherwise, why would you have completed all the challenges ahead of that we put forth ahead of you to try and stop you? Wouldn't you have just turned around and left? Would you do you normally put your life on the line for no reason whatsoever? Certainly you know at least why you are here."
From
Yes, and so far you have only proven to be exactly what the talking head had said. If
Which is what? I'm
you
very
were,
curious now. She actually smiles a bit out of the side of her mouth. What did it say about me? Did it say I was beautiful? And she flips her hair. Did it say that I was wicked? And she holds up her claws.
it said you would consume.
Well, everybody consumes. That's kind of boring. It had to have said something else, right?
That your destruction would rage across the multiverse.
that you have lost your way and turned against everything that is good.
Well, good. It's a matter of perspective, is it not?
This is true, apparent, especially
In
with
my
different
mind, freedom
worlds.
is good. In my mind, choice is good.
I'm gonna
Do you?
give Braun my bracelet, and I'm gonna see if they will let me take a step forward. And I will show it, me removing it and handing it.
Finally, one of you coming to their senses. She turns around and looks back at one of the figures in the back of this one right here. See, Calidor? They can learn.
From my
Oh,
understanding, you are destroying this world. You may be you may be building a new one, but many of Great City has been built on the burned forests of my world, and I kind of like the way that it is.
it is. It is the nature of progress, is it not? That in order for something to live, something must die. It's the cycle of life. You can't have creation without destruction.
But why do you have to destroy everything that is to make your new world? Why can't you compromise?
Progress is never a result of compromise. Progress is a result of bold strokes and ingenuity. Ahldin would see all ingenuity stem only from it. It doesn't trust you. It doesn't trust you to have your own thoughts, to pursue your own path.
That's trusting me to stop you.
It's ordering you to stop us. But you can't anyway. Now that I see you, it's kind of laughable, isn't it, Kellador? And Kellador looks back and kind of shakes his head side to side. And Elros kind of taps her on the shoulder and whispers something in her ear.
I'm gonna shape change into Crescent and be like, do I look funny?
Um, I don't know how to respond to that. She would actually say that you look beautiful. She would say, well, you look stunning, actually. You didn't quite get the purple right. Work on it a little bit more.
If I may, I'm gonna take another step forward if they'll let me.
You don't have your bracelet on, correct?
I do not have my bracelet on now.
Okay.
Okay. Ah, God, I have two things that I am really struggling to figure out which one I want to do, but I only have one that I can have range on. So
She says it's always the prettiest ones or that are the bravest.
well, I'm glad we have something we can bond on. You know, it is hard to find people as powerful as ourselves to be friendly to each other. I do not see why we cannot be friends, why we cannot be allies, why we cannot figure out a better course. And perhaps discuss this in a better environment. Maybe not here. I'm gonna subtly cast this spell right here on Cresta, and I'm using subtle spell so that they do not see me. My hands are up in the air. I have no focus. I have nothing. I'm just having a conversation.
Okay. Let me pull up her frickin' 17-page character
This may be a
sheet
really
real
bad
quick.
move, and I'm sorry, guys, but I was like, I gotta try it at some point.
DC,
Somebody has to do something.
DC 24.
Yep.
Shut up, death and destruction.
Hold on. This might be.
I don't know if she has anything against charm, but it is a charm.
She has something against all things, but I need to make sure that it includes spells. Well, the way. Come on.
It says it against spells and other magical effects.
He might be looking at something else.
Oh, it's a sanctuary spell. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell.
It's not a
Is-
harmful spell.
You could consider it harmful.
I mean, it's.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I
I
would
don't
argue
think it's
the fact that-
benign. You are beguiling a creature, so I don't think it's a benign thing. It's.
but I also can't command them to do anything that would cause them harm. I think is like one of the specific things in this. Like you can.
I think this is another one of those things where it's.
That's my argument. Is all I'm going to say is that I don't think I can command it to do anything that would harm it, that would cause it harm.
If it actually specifically says harmful spell, I would think that means that some spells would be able to work past it then, depending on if it's actually dealing harm or not.
Well, then,
Yep. I'm going to rule that you can get away with casting this spell, and it will not be subject to the thing that monks have. Because I have this, which is on all the time whenever your monk starts their day. So to cast a spell or attack me, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. But if this is not, I read the sanctuary spell, which is in Roll20. It says any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom save. If this is not considered a harmful spell, then.
I mean, so what it says is that I can command it to attack or run over there or fetch objects. If it doesn't complete the order and doesn't receive further direction, it defends and preserves itself. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a.
So it doesn't say. I thought maybe I'm thinking of Charm Person that does that. That I can't command it to like jump off a cliff.
I think suggestion is also that.
Maybe it's suggestion that I'm thinking of.
So I think suggestion lasts for like 8 hours or something.
But it doesn't cause the creature direct harm. It only charms them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what would be considered a harmful spell. Damage or.
I would kind of wish it was a little more secure, but that's okay. I will give you a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
I didn't realize she was a monk, so this is going to be bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Okay. She is beguiled
Shit.
by you. You are a pretty one. A
Thank you.
voice in the back of the room says, stop flirting. I've almost figured it out.
I whisper
Crest,
to Aid, they're doing something and stalling.
I believe that it is as simple as we do not have to run this course of action. We can stop this here. And telepathically,
what?
because I can speak telepathically to this
Yes.
creature, I will say,
As soon as you start speaking to her telepathically, though, she has a bit of an idea that something is unusual. So she's going to use where is it?
well, the telepathic is because I am telepathic, just in general.
Yeah, but you have,
Oh,
while the creature is charmed, you have a telepathic link with it as long as the two of you are on the same plane. She can feel that telepathic link
okay.
because we have a link. So I can sense your mind and you can sense my mind. So
Do I have
she's
a
going to
chance
do
to give
another
her a
monkey monk
command?
thing. Because this is, I'm assuming, a charm. It's an enchantment, and she's
It
going to
is.
use that.
Damn it. I was really hoping to do the total control before she does that as my action.
And she completely ends the connection that you have and kind of shakes her head a bit, and she says, ah, tricky, tricky. I have tricks up my sleeve, too.
Damn it. Fucking hate monks.
I love monks. I mean, God. If we play a 20th level game, I'm going to be a frickin' monk. Where I would.
Well, my goal was to try to take total control of her for long enough to stop them. But I guess that didn't happen. Oh well.
Well, it wasn't a harmful spell, so it didn't set off her tranquility. But she did perceive that she was under some kind of charm.
Fuck.
She turns back to Elros and says, that one's crafty. Almost as crafty as me.
You know I really fucking hate pineapples.
Elros pulls his sword from its scabbard and says, I wonder how crafty the other ones are. Rurik, you almost done back there? Almost. Keep them back.
I
Or
think
if they throw their bracelets into the void, it's fine as well. Any other takers? Cresta says.
Do I have to shout pineapples?
I mean, I could also try this. She'll pull out a rod, and she will activate it.
Oh,
A rod?
She's going to
A rod.
activate the Rod of Rulership.
Does that have a combat use?
Everybody has to give me. Everybody within 120 feet of me that I can see has to give me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or they see me as their true leader for 8 hours.
Okay. Let me add this guy's aura real quick because I forgot to add it.
post the effect.
I did.
Okay.
What color do I want it to be? His aura. I'm going to make it a bluish color.
I think I might be able
No,
to
that
just
doesn't.
see Kelador, Cresta, Elrose, Rurik, and Death and Destruction.
That color's not going to work because it's too matches the color of the map. There. He's a paladin. I forget that paladins have frickin' auras, and so all of his. I mean, I'm just gonna make his aura visible because if you're in that, if his allies are in that aura, stuff happens.
We cannot see his aura.
You don't need to see his aura.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a purposeful thing.
No, it's for me because
Okay.
he has an aura, and I need to know if his allies are in it.
This aura
Because-
is this big.
When you cast a spell against a paladin and their friends, they have benefits because of the aura that they're in. So try to remember, I am also running 5 20th level PCs. I wish I could screenshot. I created their character sheets as NPC sheets.
Oh, I'm sure that's nuts.
I got to scroll with my fingers 3 times to get to the bottom of each one of these character sheets. There's a lot of stuff on here. I should have probably just created them as regular character sheets, but I thought this would be easier. But it took me a good part of 6.5 hours today to do this. Aura of Protection is going to be triggered. So they'll get their Boon of Magic Resistance +5 to their saving throw. Okay, I'll start with the ones you... So who do you think is targeted? You can see
I can see
Teledor, Elros,
Cresta,
and Cresta.
Elros. I believe I can just see Teledor, and Rurik should also be in range. And then Death and Destruction is immune to this.
But it's still in range.
But is still in range.
God, I was really hoping Dominate.
Oh, she's actually just out of range. Dang it.
Yeah, and you can see them because of the light of the contraption that's in the center of the room. Okay, each target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
It's a long shot, but it could have ended.
We'll start with Cresta, who gets her advantage on her Wisdom saving throw. Is this considered, you think, a harmful spell?
I would say it's the same. It would be the same thing as Vishara.
I don't think it matters.
She gets a 34 to her saving throw.
Yeah, don't worry. She could just have gotten out of it anyways.
She can. Elros is going to get a 16 to his saving throw.
Because of his effect.
Because of his aura. And Kelador... is going to get a 22 to his saving throw. And Rurik...
out of range.
Do they all have advantage on wisdom saves?
They all have Boon of Magic Resistance. So they have advantage on any magical effect. He gets a 34 on his Wisdom save. All right, so you pull out your rod, and that is...
I appreciate you didn't say it that way.
They all resisted the magical effect of your item, but that immediately sets them off, and Rurik yells out, "Keep them back!" And we're going to have to roll initiative to see how people want to act going forward, because that is kind of a combat-y move.
Well, we already had
that was
pineapples.
just to get me on the counter.
Somebody did say pineapples.
I did say pineapples like 3 times. And I'm surprised Braun didn't just charge in.
And I will say, Ken, this is the only time this would have effect because it's humanoids.
Why is... I did click
I thought it was humanoids. Anyways, I tried it. I was pretty sure it wasn't going to work.
Let me double check that, because some of them have abilities that... Like, there's abilities that affect your initiative, but I can't figure out how to add that to your initiative roll in roll 20.
I think you have to go into settings, and you can add modifiers, and you can change the style of it. So if they have like an extra modifier, but that's in the regular character sheet. I don't know how it is on the NPC one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of the problem that I was having. For example, You can add spellcasting to any NPC sheet, but they are all treated like wizards.
Hmm.
So, for example, when I added spellcasting to my warlock, it gave him 9th level spells and all the spells leading up to that as a 20th level caster. You get level and caster, and they're all wizard casters. So I had to do a lot of modifying. All right, you're just a regular initiative roll. You are also just a regular initiative roll. This one, however, is not. Okay. He gets that. So I get to add my wisdom modifier to initiative. And I have that as well. So I'm going to roll initiative for him and add 7 to it. Okay, so he gets a 29.
Damn.
All right, now I will sort. Nice. My ambusher gets to go first. All right. So their goal right now is to hold you back. And Vishara, you do not have your bracelet on. You gave it to Braun, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Braun, do you want to put Vishara's bracelet on, or are you just shoving it in your pocket? Maybe you're muted, David. I don't know.
He's muted.
I was muted. Yeah, I shoved it in my pocket. I wasn't going to take the time to put it on.
Okay. So remember, Ahldin did tell you that you needed the bracelets to defeat them. So as my first action, he's got so many freaking abilities. Doug's gonna love this. As a bonus action, I'm gonna do this.
I just realized we don't know where Gavin is.
Nope, you do not. And you will not know where he is because he just made himself invisible.
Well, this is feeling familiar.
How my ability?
Just move
That's a
him.
bonus action that he can do that. So let me move him to another layer so you can't see him. And then he's going to step out. How far does your true sight extend? Your dark vision?
My true sight is out to 60 feet.
So that's to here, right? Because with the light on the map, you can see all the way to the back of the room, but that's not your true sight. Okay, cool. Thank you. Because that's perfect. Because I wasn't going to get that close. I don't need to get that close because he's a fucking sharpshooter. Invisible until how long? The start of my next turn. Okay. I'm going to step there. I'm going to make a shot against... Well, I'm going to whisper first. Whisper... Come on. Swift death to you who have wronged me. And I'm going to target Hellborn. So, Hellborn, you are targeted by the Oath Bow. I'm also going to mark you as my favored foe.
Is it on his character sheet? His favorite foe is Doug?
I can have up to 6 favored foes. So you will eventually all be marked as my favored foes, but right now I'm starting with Doug being marked. So let's see. That's a free action to mark a sworn enemy. Favored foe. Scrolling all the way back to the top. Okay, so I actually can't mark you as a favored foe unless I hit you. That's how it reads to me. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, I can mark you. So that's also a free action to mark you as a favored foe. So I have not used a bonus action yet. Or wait, I did. I used my bonus action to do Nature's Veil. So I can't Hunter's mark you. But I have advantage because I'm attacking from invisible. And something that you cannot see is attacking you. Can you post the shield spell for me real quick?
Yes, I can.
I believe shield says you have to see the attack coming.
It just says the triggering attack.
I imagine that the arrow turns visible like 10 feet away right before it strikes him.
Yeah, because technically the only thing that's invisible is him and what he's carrying once the arrow launches.
Correct. The arrow will become visible in mid-flight. None of you are surprised, so I don't get to use that, which was, as I finished creating the character sheet, I regretted doing this. But I do have advantage on the attack.
And you do an extra damage, I think, for dreading, right?
I mean, I'm also a multi-class, and I don't usually like multi-classes, so I should have made him a level 20 ranger and not done the assassin bit, but I did the assassin bit when I built him, so. All right, I'm going to just shoot with my oath bow against my sworn enemy with advantage. 24. Does that hit you, Hellborn? 24?
Yes, that will still hit me. My AC would be 24 with shield if I chose to use it, which would still.
Cool. So, since you are now hit, you are now my favored foe. So I get to do the extra D8 from this hit. I also get to use sneak attack. I also get to use dread ambusher, which means I get to attack you again. Or, yeah, if you take the attack action, you can make an additional. Oh, no, so I don't use that yet. It's the second shot that I'll get to use that. I did not use my sharpshooter feat. I just used regular oath bow. All right.
Does that favorite foe take trigger? It sounds like that triggers like you're now marking me now that you're doing the damage.
Correct.
And that it would do it its ability on the next hits.
Nope. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favored enemy, including when you mark it. It says right in the power.
Oh, okay.
So it does, as soon as I mark you, it's going to do the extra D8. And then from now on, I'll do an extra D8 every time I hit you. Well, sorry, not every time I hit you. Once per turn. A lot of these abilities are turn and hit. So I have to scroll through my list of all the damages this guy does. If I was playing this guy as a PC, I would have like 20 different attacks on roll 20 because you have to. But I have his character sheet up, so I can just scroll through. Dread Ambusher is first turn on hit. I'm gonna do that, but on the second shot that I make. I did not use Sharpshooter. You're not marked. I do get Sneak Attack. I do get Bow. Alt Tab. Come on. So it's going to do 32 points of magical piercing damage. Plus Sneak Attack. An extra 12. Plus, you're going to love this part. I used that. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Holy shit.
That's a fail. So you're going to add 36 points of damage to the damage that I did as well. So 36, 46, 48, 58, 68, 78, 80 points of damage.
I was subtracting before, and you just threw me off by discounting the total.
You can do each number individually.
Did it already do the 3d6 in the initial damage?
No, that's from, well, it does, but that's the Oath Bow amount. I can only do that extra 3d6 now to Doug. Because until he's dead, he's my sworn enemy. And I can't name another sworn enemy until the next day at dawn. So I only get one sworn enemy this fight, and I have picked Doug.
So he has auto locked onto Doug.
I have auto locked onto Doug, and I have constant advantage against Doug always. Until he's dead. But if somebody runs up and I have to use a different weapon, I have disadvantage while Doug is alive. So, did you get all that damage, Doug?
I'm subtracting stuff now.
Okay. I'm going to shoot you again. Do I become visible? Does this just do regular? No, I'm invisible until the start of my next turn, so I do not become invisible even when I attack with my power that I used, that thing I did, the Nature's Veil. You become magically invisible along with any equipment until the start of your next turn. Period. Doesn't matter if I attack or not. So I'm going to shoot you.
Rangers.
Yeah, this is my out of the 5 characters I built, Cresta and Gavin are my 2 favorite. I built him using everything new out of Tasha's, and I think Rangers are finally like one of my favorite things.
Do you mind explaining to me again how it does 3d6 and then another 3d6?
The extra 3d6 is from Sneak Attack and the Oath Bow.
Okay, it's that one you rolled with Sneak Attack. That's why I wasn't understanding.
Yeah, the one I rolled was Sneak Attack, and I only used Sneak Attack because I had advantage on the shot, which gives
That's what was confusing me. I thought you rolled the Oath Bow and then rolled the 3d6. I'm like, no, it's already part of the initial damage, but that's Sneak Attack. That's what I wasn't getting.
Yep. And then for my second shot, I'm going to shoot again. This time, I'm going to go ahead and use Sharpshooter because I don't get to add a couple of things. I don't get to add Sneak Attack and a few other things. So let's see. But I still have advantage. 24 again! Woohoo! Shit. That's a lot of damage. Okay. The 23 is accurate. Don't add the 3 for Hunter's Mark because I don't have you marked with Hunter's Mark. But I do get to add the Dread Ambusher amount, which is the extra D8 that's in that attack. Because I hit.
Isn't that just the first attack that you make?
So at the start of your first turn,
that's
if
the
you
additional.
take the attack action on that turn, I can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. So this was my Dread Ambusher shot.
Okay.
because I took
So
the
I
attack.
thought you added that. I thought you added that already, but that was
So that does the Dread Ambusher amount, plus the regular arrow, plus the sharpshooter amount, plus my dex, and then it's not adding the magic of the bow though. Don't you add your dex to? Maybe the bow's not magic. That's what it is. The bow doesn't have a plus to attacking. The oath bow. I have to go to my description of oath bow. Sorry this is taking so long, guys. It'll get faster once I work through everybody's.
Once people start dropping, it'll go faster.
Yes, oath bows do not have a plus or minus plus to attack. They're just magical. That's why I'm looking at the +5 that I did, and that's just my dex. So the 10 is from sharpshooter, the 5 is from my dex, 1d8 from ambusher, 1d8 from the bow. So that 23 is accurate. And then, because I have extra attack, I'm going to attack you again. And for this one, I'll have to do... Oh, wait, but I still used this. I need you to give me the con save again. I have more than one of these. Okay, so that is a success, so you're only going to take half of this. So you take 21 points of damage. Don't worry, this is a consumable. I don't have unlimited arrows of slaying.
just enough to kill all of us.
He only has 58 of those left.
Don't worry, elementals aren't humanoids.
All right, so now with my multi-attack, I can attack
got
you
another
for my
12 of those.
second time. The extra time that I attacked was only because of the Dread Ambusher thing, which technically gives me 3 attacks in the first round of initiative. So I'm going to attack you for the third time, which is actually my second time. Not going to use the sharpshooter. Wait. Shoot. See, this is why it's confusing. That second attack should have also added the oath bow damage. So on top of that 42, you got to take another 8. Oath bow is every hit.
Now, Heliforn, did you already subtract your 22 temporaries?
Yes.
Okay.
So my
Just
final attack is a 30 to hit, which hits you again. Which is going to do 2d8. I rolled a 2 and a 5. I'll use the 2 because that's the first one I rolled. I don't get to use the extra d8, so it's just 2 plus 5, which is 7 piercing, plus the 15. So another 22. All right. That is his first round. He gets the extra 10 feet of movement. He got to use the Dread Ambusher. That's it. First round of combat is the only time he can do that Dread Ambusher thing.
Also, if anybody relies on dark vision to see him, he is invisible to them if there's no light.
So I am going to move to a place of darkness because if you don't have true sight, you cannot see me at all. Ever. For this whole fight.
For the whole fight?
Yeah. Unless you can force me to move into the light. Because of, as Connor pointed out, I have that. I'm invisible to any creature that has to use dark vision to see me.
Well, I will point out that you tried hiding from one of my characters before, and he only lasted a round.
I know. It could happen.
All right, so...
Come on, move. I gotta move him. I'm moving him. All right, that is his turn in initiative. He is currently invisible until the start of his next turn anyway, also.
So, Ken, all you're saying is that I have to bring the sun back?
Yeah, if you make the whole room lit up, then Umbral Sight won't work. Only my invisibility will work. It is Vishara's turn. Vishara, you just saw 3 arrows come flying out of the light up ahead, and pummel Helivorn 3 times, almost sending him to the floor. And you heard a whisper on the wind, "Death to you who have wronged me." He would have said that in one of the languages that he knows, which is he would have said it in Sylvan.
I know that language. I think. I do.
Actually, no, he probably would have said it in Undercommon. He's a Shatterkai.
Fuck, I don't know what he said.
So yeah, he would have said that in Undercommon.
Sorry, guys, I only know Overcommon.
I'm going to use my bonus action, spend another 2 sorcery points to gain. Where is my... Oh, fuck, I keep losing all my abilities. Here we go. So I'm going to gain the 60-foot see invisibility. My eyes go pitch black and start dripping inky void. And a 30-foot fly speed. As I sort of begin to glow with almost astral energy. That's my bonus action. I'm going to then move back 5, 10, 15. Would it take my full action to get my bracelet from Braun?
No, that's a use an object action.
Perfect. I'm going to grab my bracelet and slap it on, because I assume that it's one of those slap-on bracelets.
If it is to you, because it's attuned to you.
And then...
That's why I asked if Braun put it on, because then it would have attuned to him.
Okay. No, I'm slapping it on, and then I am going to use my action to do a spell. And I'm going to... Shit, I need to save that for counterspell. So I'm going to use another 1, 2, 3 sorcery points. That's 5 in one turn. The range on this is 150 feet. Perfect. And it is a... it is 150 feet and a 20-foot radius sphere. Now, since I'm casting it using sorcery points, I'm doing it through my psionic spells, which means that it is essentially casting it as a subtle spell. I'll post that real quick, too.
Why don't you have vision in Natal? I have vision on this guy. Hold on. Wait.
These spells count, but it doesn't count. Oh, wait. Where is it at? Psionic sorcery. Here we go. That's what I was going to use. It requires no verbal or somatic components and no material components. So they do not even see me casting this spell.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 20-foot radius. Let me... Shit. I'm so bad at these circles.
Oh, he doesn't have vision. Give him vision, dude. He's got vision.
20 foot. Can somebody give me a radius thing that I can use real quick?
How big do you need it?
20-foot radius. Just an arrow. There we go. Perfect.
Hunger of Hadar is a psionic spell?
It is, yes. It is on my psionic spell list. It's actually the one that comes with you at 3rd level. Shit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
God, that sentence is always disturbing. As milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
That doesn't seem right. The distance that I have on here. Nope. I'm the fucking worst at these circles.
That should be right.
The one that the one that you have? Perfect. That's even better.
Is it, or did I screw up and make it just too short?
At least I'm not the only one that's struggling with this right now. Oh my god.
Also, the fact that this floor does not match the lines completely.
It does not. No, I'm not doing the... There's a way you can make the squares match the squares on the map, but it's complicated.
No, I did it. It's perfect.
Okay. Oh, now you got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Ken, that is one of my major peeves. Is I go, they're not lining up.
Yeah. Yep.
Throw
No, I
this one
hate
away.
it
Find
too.
something else.
If I had more time, I would do things like that. Plus, I would love to create templates for spells and just pull them off my character list.
And I'm gonna center that below because I can't move that. I'm gonna center it kind of in the archway a little further back. Yes, that's perfect. Or is it covering the center it if you can, if you don't mind?
So,
Like
out of
perfect.
curiosity,
That's perfect. Yeah.
you are putting the device in the center of the room in the area of effect of your spell, correct?
Oh
You
no,
do
I
want
wouldn't
the
do that.
orb here in the tentacles
I
or
do
in the
not.
otherworldly void.
Because that's something they want to fuck with. I don't want to fuck with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
It's up
move
to
that.
you. I mean, I'm just bringing it to your attention that if a spell area affects that thing, it could also affect the room somehow.
Okay. Well, that's perfect right there. Then it's out of the orb.
Do it.
Thanks. Sorry for making this way too complicated.
That's okay. My turn took forever too. It'll that I expected this fight to go slower than just a straight on monster fight because we're all playing. We have 10 20th level PCs in this fight.
So no light can illuminate this, magical or otherwise, and
Okay.
creatures that are fully within the area are considered to be blinded. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage, and any creature that ends its turn in the area must make a DC save or take 26 or 2d6, sorry, acid damage. Yeah.
This is an interesting question. You're not targeting me with a spell, so I don't think that triggers my sanctuary.
Nope, I'm targeting an area.
Yes, it specifically says that it does not help you with area of effects.
Right. Okay.
And then I will use my last bit of movement to
So, Vishara,
yes.
what's your plan?
That's a good question. I am simply trying to blind the enemy because that did a lot of damage.
Is this making me make dex save? What is this?
So at the start of your turn, you automatically take 2d6 cold damage. If you stay in there, you have to make a dex save. You don't have nothing happens to you right now.
Okay, gotcha.
My plan is to stop them from firing at us because I don't know what those arrows came from.
Okay, because their plan is to stop us from getting in that room.
We can still get in the room.
Through that, she points at the writhing mass of nightmare tentacles.
Well, yes, as long as you start outside of it and don't end up in it for a long period of time, you will not take any damage. It is fine.
All right, here's the plan. Release the brawn.
And yes, also once Braun gets in there, I will stop it. I just want to stop them from shooting at this for a small amount of time.
I'm also curious if you understand.
10,
As I
15.
pull these arrows out, I'm gonna be like, "Here's another plan. Get ready to grab hold."
All of us?
Grab hold of what?
Wait.
If someone says that, I'll say, "You'll see. Just give me a moment.
Wait.
Catch my breath."
Was that for all of us or no?
All right, 6
Yes.
seconds. Next.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, he said
He
it
told
out
us to
loud.
wait.
I said it loud enough for you guys to hear, but not shouting it. Hopefully that
right.
spell is keeping them occupied.
Yeah, I'll end my turn here.
All right. Cresta will start her turn in the area. Oops, how did I?
So that's gonna be. That's gonna be
2d6
10
cold.
2d6
cold damage. 10 cold damage.
Okay. Just
And she is
making
completely
sure.
blinded while within it.
What are my resistances? I don't resist any cold. I'm not making a saving throw. You're just having me take damage.
Well, the nightmare void that is opened beneath your feet is making you take damage.
Correct. $10 damage. I don't resist any of that. I'm gonna take all 10. Thank you for hurting me.
You're welcome. You don't know who cast that spell, by the way?
I
will
don't. I just saw this nightmare void appear in the center of the earth, and it's really chilly here. So I am going to use my action.
If she's fully blinded, does she know which direction she's moving amidst the
Doesn't
whispers?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use my action to spend 4 key points to do that and become invisible for 1 minute.
Oh. If she's within 60 feet of me, I can definitely still see her.
I mean, technically,
is-
I could probably still see her right now if she wasn't too far away.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to let me know. Like right now, she's not within 60 feet of you. She's 65 feet from Vishara at the moment. And I haven't moved yet. So she vanishes from your sight. But shit, how am I gonna do this with some of you can see and some of you cannot?
So Ken, I put a radius on myself to where my true sight is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave her on the token layer. I can't make her invisible, and I'm just gonna have to trust you guys to remember that if she's invisible. So I'm
Can
going to
you
put some marker on her
Yeah.
to show that she's invisible.
Do you want me to put a radius on myself as well to show how I can see invisibility?
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna put a marker on them to say they're invisible, and you guys are just gonna have to act like if you can see invisible things, the thing doesn't matter. The mark doesn't matter. I'll put the man with the light around him.
Perfect.
She's going to move her speed of 70 feet. $60 feet gets her there.
So as soon as she is right there, as soon as she like takes 10 feet, I can see her and I go, "Oh, here she comes!"
Actually, yeah, no, this is correct. I'm going to run forward invisibly.
Crazy psycho lady's charging!
Ait can see me, and so can Vishara. But Sam cannot. And I can see that Sam cannot see me. So I get to attack Sam. Oh, you can't be surprised. Okay, so I don't get advantage, but you still can't see me.
That is correct.
He can smell that perfume you like so much.
Yep. So
Now
this
remember,
will
I
end
still-
my tranquility. This ends my sanctuary because I'm going to make an attack, which breaks sanctuary. I'm going to attack you with my purple claw. Wait. No, I'm not.
Use your action to go
I
invisible.
used my action to turn invisible. Yeah, I have that listed under actions, not bonus actions, so that reminded me that it's a full action to use the 4 key points and go invisible.
But I thought you already activated your claws before when they were talking.
I did. That's not the claw. The turning invisible is my monk power.
Right. Having the claws out is not the issue.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
He can't make an attack action after using an action.
Correct.
Okay.
All I have left is a bonus action and a movement. So I'm just going to move. Well, now I'll take myself and move myself to the GM layer because I'm going to leave your line of sight.
Crazy psycho lady retreated and is now truly invisible.
I am going to spend. Well, no, I don't need to because I'm invisible. All right, it's Sam's turn. Man, Sam, I was gonna frickin' wail on you with Cresta, and I can't.
I just imagine Cresta's like 5 feet, and she's like, "I could do it, but I can't."
I am also essentially exactly like Braun. at the moment, except with a lot less hit points. But I resist all damage except for force.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action into my Earth Elemental form, and then I'm going to use my action to use my spell rot, one of my spell rot tattoos, and cast haste on Braun.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Braun gets a big smile on his face.
He fucking
Yeah.
doubles his move speed.
Go ahead and post haste, so we know all the things that Braun gets to add to himself. The extra attack, the faster movement, the extra AC.
Best of all, that extra attack.
This is concentration. So, just remember that if I break Sam's concentration from holding concentration on this spell, you lose a whole turn.
And I will remind you that you don't get to make 3 attack actions. You get to make. Haste gives you just 1 extra weapon attack.
Right. So you get 3 attacks per turn.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But you can't do like attack, shove.
Right. Oh no.
Why can't he do attack, shove? Oh, it's a weapon attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can only make a weapon attack.
Yeah, you can't shove using that extra
Right.
attack.
You could do attack, shove, attack, I suppose.
Yeah, that was my
Alright.
issue.
So that was my turn. I'll go ahead and roll for hit points and do all that on my own time.
All right. So you shape-shifted into an earth elemental. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. Hellevorn, you start your turn pulling those 3 arrows out, telling everybody to stand by you, and Sam shape changes into an earth elemental and strides forward into battle.
Yeah, I totally forgot he had said that.
That's fine. You'll probably be fine. I step right there as I pull the arrows out. I trigger my blade dance, making sure I've read this correctly, that it'll still give me this bonus when I do this. But I then will trigger this spell. And the form I take is an ancient brass dragon.
Oh, shit.
I really wish you would have given me a heads up on this. So let's pause the game while I create a token for Ancient Brass Dragon.
Don't worry, Helleborn. I'll be busy coming up with your dragon
really
name.
hope it's actually in the compendium, because if it's not, then I have to literally enter every stat in manually.
Ken,
But I
it's
do see Ancient Brass Dragon in here.
it's 10 o'clock. Do you want to throw a breakdown while you're doing all this?
Well, no, because I don't get the break. I'm going to work on Ancient Brass Dragon, so you
It's
guys
in- it's
can all
in the
sit
com-
here and
it's in-
watch me work on Ancient Brass Dragon for a
Ken,
while.
it's in the compendium.
I know, I'm pulling it out right now,
Okay.
but I have to edit it to make it playable by Doug and create a token for it.
I didn't know you were doing the token since you were just changing the sizes, so I thought you would just change my size.
I could do that. Let me see.
So you can't just drag and drop?
Well, I just did. So, do you see a token on the map? That's Ancient Brass Dragon.
Oh, that's weird.
That's how it always is,
Yeah.
Chris, until you change it.
Not for me. But anyway.
Well, aren't you special?
What do you mean not for you? How do you drag a token out of the compendium that has an image already?
I've been doing that for my game since the beginning. Probably.
You'll have to
It's-
video yourself doing that and prove it to me.
It's probably
If it's a module, then yeah, I agree
Footage.
that that's the case. But if you're pulling something out of the compendium, they don't have images on them.
I It's probably because I purchased the monster manual.
That
Oh,
would
that
probably
might be different.
If it was something you bought off Roll20, then that would make sense.
Yeah.
So, Doug, I need help coming up with your dragon name.
My dragon name?
Oh yeah, you know my thing. Oh, you didn't hear. You didn't.
Oh.
You didn't learn about Kirith's dragonborn copper dragon father, Chatsky Datto Rappengat.
No, I didn't.
I don't know if you know that, Ken. My thing with dragon names are stupid long.
I do remember you saying that.
If it helps, because I've been trying to actually write the story of how Hellvarn got to this. I'm trying to get back to writing, so I figured I'd start doing that. The dragon form that he takes looks more like a raven combined with a dragon.
Go ahead and roll 17d20 plus 119 for me, please.
So are you the dragon from Maleficent when she turns the crow into a
Or
dragon?
gargantuan. How big is
Holy
gargantuan?
shit. Gargantuan is the Kraken, I think.
4d4, 4x4.
Doug, are you that dragon from Maleficent?
316 is higher than 297, so you can have the 316 hit points.
17d20 plus 119. Oh man. It's fucking brutal. And you have a dig speed.
Did you say he has dick speed?
No, he has a dig. D-I-G.
I should have gave this to Sam as well. Now we could have had two ancient dragons.
I think that's a 4x4. Is that a 4x4? Or is that a 5?
I think that's 5.
It's 5.
So, Doug, what do you think about this one? Pele Sofo Mendarin.
I like it.
Pelisulfamandarin? Pelisulfamandarin. Okay.
Pele Sofo Mendarin.
And what does that mean?
It's whatever Doug wants it to mean.
Ooh.
Okay, I think what I can do is...
It means really freaking huge.
Okay, let's
No,
do
it
it
doesn't.
this way. Let's delete that. Let's pull Doug down here and make Doug... Grab the frickin' there. It's 3, 4.
Shit.
Okay, now give me a temp. We'll just use the 316 as temp hit points, so we'll use bar 2, 316. Oops.
It's that
What I
red
do
bar
is-
I made.
Oh, okay, yeah, use the red bar then.
What I do is I just write down my current human hit points off to the side, and then I change my hit points to match my new form.
And then you should see the Ancient Brass Dragon. You should have access to the Ancient Brass Dragon character sheet. Since I made it controllable by you and me.
Oh, that simplifies things.
Yeah, so you have a character sheet for Ancient Brass Dragon that you can pull up and use.
Make sure you can look at the character sheet. Else you might have to give him access to editing it.
I think I did. I gave him access to edit it. So if you pull up the character sheet, it has your armor class, your speed, and according to your spell... Let's see. Geez, this is a long fucking spell. You transform into an average example of that creature without any class levels or the spellcasting trait. This guy does not have spellcasting, so that's fine. Your game stats are replaced by the stats of the creature, though you retain your alignment, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. You retain your skill and saving throw proficiencies. So if you have to make a saving throw, you'll use your saves. You can't use any legendary actions or layer actions, so you can't use legendary actions for Ancient Brass Dragon. You assume the hit points and hit dice when you revert to your normal form. If you revert as a result of dropping to 0, excess damage carries over, just like a druid. You retain the benefit of your class, race, or other source and can use them, provided that your new form is physically capable of doing so. You can't use dark vision unless your new form has dark vision, which it does. It also has blind sight, so you gain the blind sight. You can only speak if the creature can speak. It can speak. I assume you're transforming all your equipment.
Yes. Now the real debate when it said the skill and class abilities and stuff, it's the reason why I triggered the blade dance before it transforming. Would you consider that same thing? So basically my intelligence bonus still going towards the AC.
Post blade dance or singing or whatever it is. Change shape is not a spell, Sam. It's an ability that the dragon has. I would allow him to use change shape in dragon form. However, let's see.
I'm gonna have to copy the text and put it on there. I just realized I did not write the basic blade dance, but I wrote all the other blade dance stuff on here.
So even if you did shape change, it says you retain your hit points. So you just have a new form rather than more hit points and stuff.
And I also would like to argue that since he's considered an average rating, an average example, I think he would just take the average instead of rolling for hit points.
Ah, good point. Yes, please reduce your hit points to 297. You don't get to roll because you are average. Okay, but the spell is concentration. So if I damage you, you have to make a con save every time I damage you, right? You do get the plus 13 to your con.
Plus any benefits from his boon as well, right?
Yeah. But if it breaks your con, then the dragon goes away. Okay, it's a 9th level spell, so it's pretty. It's supposed to be amazing. So
It is sufficiently extraordinary.
It is. All right, so
the
you
dragon itself gets dragon itself gets a plus 13 con. So
I'm gonna pull up Blades. I can't believe you're a Blade singer and you don't have Blade singing on your character sheet. That's kind of funny.
Had to create things pretty quick with all the stuff I'm juggling, so it's the one thing I missed on
Believe
there.
me, I know all about working on D&D for 12, 13 fucking hours straight. Believe me, I know all about it. I would love to be a player because it's so much easier. But I also love DMing. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier while your blade song is active.
I mean, it says you gain the benefit of any features from your class.
Yeah, but blade singing specifically says that you invoke elven magic called the blade song, provided you aren't wearing medium or heavy armor or using a shield. So I guess he's not doing those things.
Plus, I triggered it before changing.
And to go into your blade song's a bonus.
Yes.
Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. So what does that make your freaking AC at this point?
Stupidly high.
25? Is your int a 20?
24.
How do you have a 24 intelligence? 20 is the maximum.
No, my AC is 24.
Oh, that's what yeah. So your int is an 18? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 24 is not insane. 24 is lower than what he normally is when he's blade singing. So sure, you can have a 24 armor class as an ancient brass dragon.
Now, here's my question. Does he still get to use his wizard spellcasting feature?
He can't use. Does not have the spellcasting trait right now.
From
the creature.
It specifically says that they can't use spells.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's why they were talking about how shape change is not a spell; it's just an ability.
Right. So with this, it said that he can't use the spellcasting trait.
Okay. I read that as he can't use the spellcasting trait of the creature that he turns into, not that he loses it for himself.
Oh, you transform into an average example, one without any class levels or the spellcasting trait.
So if the creature has the spellcasting trait, then he can't use those spells. Like if he were to turn into a mind flayer, he couldn't use any of the mind flayer casting.
But he can't cast spells. You can't cast spells in dragon form that have somatic components. If it's verbal, actually you can't use your material components either because you turned all your equipment into your dragon. You don't have a staff in your hand or whatever you use as your focus. So I would argue that the only spells he could do would be verbal spells.
So he can cast shield.
I suppose he could cast shield.
All right, that was the point I was getting to. That's all.
It does say you retain the benefit of any features from your class, race, or other source.
Yeah, so I would just say that you don't have the ability to use somatic or material components in this form.
Now, he does have hands.
Now, that said, you are also very, very large. You just went into a gargantuan-sized creature in a smallish space. The ceiling itself here, from the floor that you're on, is about 25 to 30 feet up. And you are literally as big as the doorway there. So yeah, good call. So bonus action, blade dance, action to go into dragon form. You have your character sheet. Now we can take a break before my Rurik's turn. But I kind of have to, before I take a break, look and see what the hell I'm going to do as my Rurik guy now.
Oh, I was going to still... Well, actually, I guess they can't actually grab hold of me right now until their turns.
Correct.
Then I would... Oh, man. I don't want to stand right in the full-blown open. I will at least move behind this major wall and just in dragon voice just be like, get ready to jump on my back.
The idea of somebody turning into a big dragon and saying, all right, now to take cover.
I feel like he's got those special arrows like from The Hobbit.
Black arrows?
Ooh, yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to be Smog before I get close to him.
I imagine he took cover and then became the dragon.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
He's like, don't look at me while I'm changing.
I do like how he's just like, stay next to me, guys, and then he runs around a corner.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, I would have taken cover otherwise.
All right, I'm taking a break.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
okay, I
bathroom.
didn't
Take
know.
a quick break. We're almost halfway through round 1. I love it. This is a 20th level combat.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm loving it so far. It's so if you guys, just for future reference, when I'm running a D20 roll 20 game, if you have something like that you want to do where you're gonna change shape into something new that we don't have added into the list of characters, just ping me, send me a quick heads up. I'll create the token before the session, and then your scene will come off a lot more epic. I could have just, if you had given me a heads up that you wanted to do something like this, and possibly in the final encounter, I would have created the token, and we would have just slapped a brass dragon. That I would have even looked for one that looks kind of like a raven, for you, because I love adding that extra flavor to the thing, for you. I could have spent some time finding elementals for Sam, but what we've been doing so far has been working really well, so I just left it to our imaginations. But that would have been a fun thing to know, that you were thinking about doing something like that, and I wouldn't have prepared my characters for you to do that. I would have just prepared your token for that.
I did actually, though that was before session 1. So I thought you were just enlarging the sizes. But
Yeah.
when I picked my 9th level spell, I put there are 2 creatures that he would possibly change into: the brass dragon and a planetar.
Gotcha. I don't remember that, but I'm sure you did say that. It's
Because I
just,
did show a picture of that weird 4 raven wing creature with the hood for the option with the planetar.
yeah, that's true.
Don't worry, death and destruction is coming real soon.
Okay, going to take a break.
Oh wait, you turned into a dragon and then you went and hid? I love it. Love it. I'm a big dragon. Hide me. All right, I'm gonna take my break now.
So conflicted.
What do you mean? You're a barbarian. You charge in.
I know, but my boy just told me to hop on his back.
And then he went and hid. Is that your style? Come on. You do you, man.
I explained it. Just imagine I went behind there and then changed.
To your comment, I am a player even if I'm DMing, but it's a lot more homework, is all, than being a player. Prepping a player is a lot easier for me than prepping a whole session.
Don't worry, Ken. You got Friday to look forward to.
I do. I still have to finish that character.
Again, take your time. No rush.
So you're gonna be playing in the meddlers instead of the dead men?
I may actually do both. It really depends on our, like, if David and I are going to play Destiny on Saturday or something. If we're not, then I can play in Deadman also, because I'll have that Saturday night free. I'm going to spend my Saturday days packing. Well, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. No urgency to rejoin the dead men. You guys have been, you and Helm have basically been taken advantage of by the city guard, chasing down all those living spells, which hasn't stopped, by the way.
Oh God, we have unleashed hell on this town.
Hey, I took out the summoning monkeys.
Yes, I think last night Valius kind of came to the realization that throwing that monkey's paw in that chemical chamber did not stop its effects. Kind of like that facility is quarantined, and every once in a while a new spell will dig its way out.
Oh, interesting.
And I am coming up with a new boss monster for that.
And Brad's gonna be joining as well, Ken.
Okay.
You are going to join in a complete mess fest.
I am super excited.
I am not the bad guy here.
Gallenfer was actually trying to.
I was gonna say, do you know how many times Chris has said that?
Listen, they attacked my horse and then knocked me unconscious. I think I'm in my rights.
You were only knocked unconscious to dissolve the aggression.
All I did was cast Hold Person and slap him. I could have fireballed him.
Braun, are you back?
Actually, I could have Scorching Rayed him, and that would have done a lot more damage.
I never left.
Okay. I saw everybody else type back but you, so I didn't know for sure if you were there or not. It is Rurik's turn. Rurik is going to use his action to do his to transform into that. So his eyes turn into pools of darkness, two skeletal, ghostly, lightless wings sprout from his back. Nobody needs to make the charisma save because you're not within 10 feet of me.
Oh yeah, he's the Asimar, isn't he?
He's the Asimar, yep.
He's the ass.
I can deal extra necrotic damage of 20 equals my level. So for 1 minute, I am a dark angel. A flightless dark angel. That is my action. And then I'm going to use my object interaction to continue interacting with the object while I am in my powerful form. It is now Braun's turn.
Just for roleplay clarification, is it obscured vision through that tentacle void thing that you have, Vishara, up?
It is impenetrable darkness, I believe.
Correct.
Yes.
You cannot see anything on the other side of it.
Okay.
But if you need me to drop it, just say the word.
No. So I hear Hellevorn call out, to come back here, and Braun just kind of huffs to himself, and he's like, "I can't see anything," and I start to retreat back to Hellevorn. Oh shit, a dragon! And I'm going to get behind that cover too, and my bonus action is going to be to rage, and then my action is going to be pulling a potion from my bag and drinking it. And I now have a strength of 29.
Jesus.
And it is a potion of Storm
Steroids.
Giant Strength. And I will get that benefit for 1 hour. So really, Ken, it's just giving me an additional +2 to my attack and damage.
Correct. And athletics checks and things like that. Yeah. You have a 29 strength. I think you can just on your character sheet change your strength to 29 and it should automatically update everything that strength affects.
Yeah, it does. It does. I did that to verify all the bonuses that it's going to get. But since I'm rolling die, I had to change my little cheat sheet in front of me.
Hey, it's a good action. You are now the strongest frickin' brawn in the world.
Which doesn't account for much since you're the only brawn on this moon.
You are the only brawn in the world right now, the whole world. Okay, I am going to. Shoot. It is Kellador's turn, and he is the one I'm least familiar with because I have never built a warlock over 8th level. So he's the first time I've ever built a warlock higher than 8th level because the last warlock I built was for Chris's game, the holiday game, like frickin' 8 years ago or however long ago that was. I'm going to use his... This is a free action. I'm going to choose fire. So I resist fire now. Let me go ahead and add that to my resistances. That's a free action. I already have this on. This is just on all the fucking time. Shoot! Shoot! You moved, Braun! Okay. Who can I see? Who can I see? I have a spell I want to use, but you moved out of line of sight, so I have to move. Well, I can't see through the tentacles.
So
Well, yes, I can.
do you have the
I have that.
devil sight?
Yeah. So I can see through the tentacles with my... Yeah, I had to pick 8 of those things.
Choices.
Oh, you're not within it, so yeah, you're not affected by the blinded condition.
Right.
Yeah, but I think we did this earlier where you can't see through it either.
No light can illuminate the area, but it doesn't say...
Well, it says no light, magical or otherwise, but yeah, it just says if you're within it, you're blinded.
Right.
Yeah, the devil's sight is special because it specifically says magical darkness.
Correct. So I can see through it. But I can't target Braun with the spell I wanted to target him with. So I guess I have to target Sam or I eat. Wait, are you within 120 feet of me?
Yes. You would have to be near death and destruction.
Correct. All right, so you are within 125, or 120 feet. So I can target either you or Sam. I'm gonna go ahead and target Sam. I'm gonna do this ability to cast slow on Sam. Oh, wait. I can alter time for up to 6 creatures of my choice in a 40-foot... I actually thought this was like haste. Okay, so it's not like haste at all.
No, slow is an AoE, and also they get to make that save at the end of their turns.
All right, so I got to pick... I have to do a 40-foot cube. So that's a 40-foot cube. It's just a 20-foot radius. It's the same as this thing, except it's a cube instead of a circle.
Mm-hmm. Basically, I think you can hit me and Ait and Sam.
Yeah,
in
I'm
one
going to just
thing.
put it right there. So I'll hit all three of you. So each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by this spell for the duration.
Oops.
So I need a wisdom save from Sam, Vishara, and Ait.
Got a 19 plus 2. Hell yeah.
That is a save. Sam's is not a save. So, and Ait is not a save. So, God, Ait, you have a plus 10 wisdom saves, and you always miss these wisdom saves. That's supposed to be your thing.
I'm under the curse of Karsadi, I assume.
You really are.
Is that what we're calling it now?
It is a Karsadi thing. She failed every wisdom save in the whole campaign.
And
All right.
I'm pretty much failing every save.
Your speeds are halved. You get a -2 to your armor class and dex saves, and you can't use reactions. On your turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both. If you try to cast a spell, you get to roll a d20. And at the end of your turn, you get to try to make another saving throw. So let's put some kind of symbol on Ait and Sam showing that you are slowed.
I've got the snail.
Yeah, the snail works perfect. And then Kelador is going to draw his sword, which I believe I gave it to him. Yes, I did. Looks like this. I'm going to try to find an image of it for you.
Sam, you had the Hero's Feast too, yeah?
We
Yeah.
should have advantage on those.
Yes.
So, do you want me to roll just roll again, or do you want me to roll it with advantage?
You can roll with advantage.
See, aren't we glad we stopped to eat?
All right, so you are not slowed. Only Ait is slowed.
How convenient.
I'm not finding a good image of it. Actually, this is a pretty good image. But it's not... Wow, that's a real sword. I want it. Give it to me. Anyway, it's a black-bladed sword with red runes going up and down each side of the sword. And it's glowing with a necrotic energy. Like Stormbringer from Elric, if you guys know who that is. That's his pact weapon. So yeah, I did my action to cast the spell. I think that's all I can do. I don't have a bonus action thing that I can do. Well, maybe I do. Can I do this? Is this a bonus action? Let's see. No, that's an action. Okay. He is going to move to there. Ait, you are slowed by the magic of the warlock.
But I do have enough speed to pull out this horn, and I'm going to have to play the final countdown at half tempo.
It's the final down.
And this is the Silver Horn of Valhalla. So she's going to summon 2d4 plus 2 berserkers, which I love the idea of them crawling out of this multiverse sludge. Did everyone go quiet?
I think you.
I'm creating the token for the berserkers.
I'll roll.
I added a character sheet for them.
Perfect. I'd like to ask every player, including Death and Destruction, to name one of these berserkers after one of the berserker characters you've made previously.
Swatowski.
We're bringing back Odo, dude.
Okay, how many hit points?
To bolt.
I've never made a berserker.
Any berserker you want. But yes, she is calling upon all the other makers to summon their own champions.
I think Swatowski is the only barbarian I've ever made.
Now, my question is, should I bring Callus or Stig?
You can't bring in Stig
Why not?
because
Because why not?
this maker is overruling that.
Yeah, well, it's not the same Stig. Holding Swordmaster Stig. But
Do you have a button for the horn?
No, I just rolled
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, it's in the compendium. Silver gets 2d4 plus 2. Berserkers summoned. It is an action. They appear within 60 feet of you. Okay, so you should have access and control of 6 berserker tokens with hit points.
Could you give the berserker sheet to everybody? Because I want to let everybody play, and each person gets their own berserker to play. If that's okay with you, DM.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
And I point to the dragon.
Okay, so you should each now have control of berserker sheets. And you can claim a token.
So here's my question then: will will reducing health from one token affect the other?
I just checked that.
It shouldn't, because I created the tokens and did not tie it to the sheet. The health. So you could. Why is there now a new one on there? Yeah, thank you. That one shouldn't exist.
I am Red Dot.
Cocoa. I know which one is David. That's funny. Do they roll initiative, don't they?
Yes, they do. That does not say they.
Yep. So they just enter initiative. So you'll have to click your token and then click their initiative on their character sheets. And once you're all done, I'll check that there's 6 of them rolled here. Odo.
Do we get any vision on those, or they don't have dark vision?
They don't have dark vision.
They don't have dark vision. They're regular human warriors. They
Do we
can
get
only-
their vision
I'll
though?
put vision on. I'll put
We
vision
can't
on
see
the
them.
tokens. Yeah, I'll put vision on the tokens, but they won't have dark vision.
Oh, that's what I mean. I can't see anything forward.
I should have done that before I copied them, but
And you said we have to roll an
They
initiative each.
They each roll their own initiative.
Okay.
well, the one thing that all this stuff is doing is definitely making this encounter take 2 sessions, which is cool because then
Once we get in the room, it won't take long.
I'm gonna be over prepped, which is perfect.
I critted my initiative.
I have a whole nother week to prep the finale of next week's session. That'll be perfect.
Which will be on a Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday will be the finale. All right, I should have added vision to all of them. I think I grabbed them before you all moved them.
So
I don't know why they're still moving.
I'm placing them where I have them appear.
Okay.
Because I love the vision that I call them, and they basically crawl out of this primordial sludge of all the mangled multiverses you mentioned.
That does make sense, because literally they are connecting you to all the multiverses. You could jump in there and end up back in your home world. Possibly, but it's like 1 in a bazillion chance.
So I will say, "Your dragon is there," and I will point them in that direction, and I will let them do what they wish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 on initiative. I do not see a 6th one.
You're missing Hadouken.
I'm missing Hadouken.
Hadouken.
Shut up. He's got a very deep lore that hasn't been written yet.
All right, so it is currently Ait's turn. I'm going to resort and scroll down to Ait.
Yeah, I forgot the tokens actually have an init button.
All right.
And then she's
So
going
now
to use.
everybody's in initiative, and initiative is sorted correctly.
Shouldn't your guy go before Callus?
Oh, yeah. He should go first. We can put Braun before his little an extra guy. Okay. Now it's correct. All right, that was your action. You can't take bonus actions or anything like that. So you did your action to summon your warriors. They stride forth from Valhalla. You're moving at half your movement speed, remember?
Yep, to there.
Cool,
And then
cool.
she's going to attempt the save again. That's more like
All right. You are now not slowed. Awesome. My warlock is a badass.
Wait for me. That is my turn.
Boros starts his turn in the middle of the Hunger of Hadar. So I think he's going to automatically take some cold damage.
He takes 11 cold damage.
He's going to take 11 cold damages. All right. Completely confused about what's going on because I can't see anything. I'm going to use an ability to face step there. You know what? I can go 30 feet. So let's face step there.
Out of curiosity, does the teleport specify that it has to be a place you can see?
It's face step. So that is Misty Step. Misty Step probably does say you have to see it, doesn't it?
But I thought
I
he
believe
had
it does.
sight.
I think it does. I think we ruled that last session.
In fact,
Misty
I can post
Step.
it for you. To an
Yep, you
unoccupied
have
space
to
you can see.
see the space. Okay, so I'm going to have to move first. So I'm just going to charge forward my movement speed. Not using my face step. Because I don't have to see to move. And that's 30 feet of movement. Now I can face step. Yeah. I'm going to face step to here. And then Sam, you will automatically take, because of this ability, as a Summer Eladrin, when I do face step, you take 4 fire damage. And then I'm going to use my Vow of Enmity as a bonus action. Or wait, no, I just phase stepped. I can't use Vow of Enmity. Damn it. So you're going to take 2 fire damage.
Two fire damage, and I'm going to charge it up to smack him in a minute.
Okay. What did I do? I did my movement. I did a bonus action to phase step to blast you with a little bit of fire. And then I'm going to use my action to do the same kind of thing that Rurik did because it's a whole theme. And do that. For 1 hour, I sprout wings, and I have a flying speed of 60 feet, and I emanate an aura of menace in a 30-foot radius. So let me go ahead and just make my aura that I already have on me visible to you guys. That way you can know who I'm affecting with my aura. So if you are in that aura, when you start your turn, you have to give me a wisdom save or you become frightened until you take damage.
Believe because of Hero's Feast, we were all immune to fear, but not the Berserkers.
Yeah, you are immune to fear. So none of you have to give me a save. You cannot be afraid of my paladin. All right, it is this berserker's turn. He's going to start his turn in the aura, so he has to give me a wisdom save.
Of course, it is Callus, the ancestral guardian dwarf from the Blackhearts.
What is my save DC, by the way? Let me see if I have it written up here. I know I have it. It's on my spells. Let me cast a spell and see what my save is.
I assume 10 does not succeed.
10 is not a success. I know it's higher than 10. God, you know what really pissed me off about paladins? Literally no paladin spells are in the compendium.
Sucks.
I don't want to click my spells because then you'll see what they are. The only 2 that I actually have on my character sheet. Okay, well, my spell save DC is going to be my proficiency plus my charisma mod plus 8. So that's 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18. So my save is 18.
Okay. So Callus is feared.
All right, so as he is frightened, so he can't move closer to me. And his attacks have disadvantage while he can see me.
So I guess he will just take the dodge action.
Okay.
You could run up the steps and try and find somebody else to attack.
Yeah, but this guy's right here.
Yeah, but he's scary.
He is scary. But he's going to dodge. That's fine. Tybalt, you start your turn in my fearsome aura. You can give me your wisdom saving throw. You also fail. So you cannot move closer to me. And you have disadvantage on all your attacks while you are within sight of me. You can move into the tentacles if you'd like.
The image of the sea elf with dreadlocks who loves to eat shrimp does not wish to go into those tentacles.
Is he also going to take the dodge action?
He will.
All right. You can put the circle with the cross or the line through it like Callus did.
Is Tybalt your berserker that I killed when you were gone on Tomb of Annihilation?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Revenge.
Tybalt turns and immediately attacks Svitalski for no reason.
Don't go yet, Vishara. It's an invisible person's turn.
Yeah, it's a ranger. I know.
Yep, it's his turn. He is going to go first. looking for his sworn enemy who has decided to cower behind a wall. Well, do I have any spells? Because you guys, this freaking hunger of Hadar is destroying the whole encounter. I can't do anything. I can't see through it. Blocking the passage. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna turn that against you guys. Gavin is going to go up and speed along the process that Rurik is working on. I'm gonna half the time that it takes for that to complete with Gavin's help. He's gonna use the help action.
And that's exactly why I'm a little concerned about Vishar's strategy.
Yeah, if you block me from coming to you, then I'm just gonna go destroy the fucking world instead. I don't have to destroy you if I destroy the whole world instead.
We don't know that's happening.
My goal was to just help us get closer without being attacked.
Yeah. All right, so it is now Vishara's turn. Gavin used the help action to help Rurik.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that that motherfucker ran away instead of shooting arrows at probably me or I. Oh, well, me because Sam's pretty tanky.
Well, I can only have one sworn enemy at a time.
Doesn't mean you can't attack me though.
I can attack you, but yeah, I can only. Rangers are very one at a time.
Can you describe to me what this thing in the middle is?
Yes, I can. It looks like a very large eyeball, with swirling like purplish light inside the eyeball, and it looks very similar to the same material that Ahldin's eyes were made out of, but much bigger.
Is it like in a tube? Is it floating? Is it locked in space?
It's
What's
a
going on?
large floating orb,
It's a large
and
floating
it's
orb.
spinning, like spinning like on its axis.
Okay. Because I want to know if this looks like it's locked in place with the contraption underneath it, or if it could move, like if
It
something
is
moved out
not
of it.
connected to anything. It is
Not
like
connected.
hovering in the air and spinning.
Okay, and is this a wall over in the back here? Is this just a flat wall?
Sorry, where?
All the way in the back. Is this go out into space?
Yes, that goes out into a void that you can't tell. There's no wall back there.
Okay. Then here's what I'm gonna do, because I think I need to be within a certain range for this. It's 100-foot range. So in order to do this,
Can you see through your void?
I cannot. I'm gonna drop my void. I
Okay.
should probably lead with that. I'm dropping it.
How
100
come I
feet will
can't
get me
select
there.
the void?
So I need to be.
Oh, is she dropping the tentacle monsters?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly up 30 feet into the air diagonally. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Wait, you start. Oh, you're immune to fear. Never mind.
I'm immune to fear.
Yeah, you don't care.
So I'm gonna fly diagonally 30 feet. So I move forward that amount and up that amount. Plus
It is not Star Killer
30.
base. It is actually a map of a particular encounter in D&D lore, though.
So here's what I want to do. Okay, perfect. I would like to cast a spell. Kind of, it's a really big radius, and I don't want to fucking draw the circle. But my goal is to
How big
cast
is it?
It's a 50-foot radius.
On it.
Thanks.
Well, you can just point where you're centering it, and I'll just assume everything
50
within.
foot radius is like the whole map, minus some.
I'm trying to center it out in the distance enough that I don't fuck with the orb, but I can pull them away from it. Or are they locked down? Like, is there a panel that they're, like, clicking into?
You can't really tell what they're meddling with because of the light that's being emanated from the thing that they're messing with. But they are using their hands on something. They're sticking their hands into that bright ball of light that you see up there.
I think this is probably close enough. Okay, it's not. It's too big. I keep fucking making them too big. Okay, I'm casting my... Okay, I'll just post the spell, so that way we can just do the rolling for this stuff. I'm casting reverse gravity, and I'm trying to get these guys in it, but the orb out of it, which means I have to cast it kind of far out into the distance a little bit. But that's okay.
Well,
Um,
since you can affect Rurik, um, but you wouldn't get Gavin unless you get the orb, and you can't see Gavin anyway.
Okay, because Gavin's not doing it, right? He's just giving the help action.
Correct.
Okay, so then it doesn't even matter. He's pointless to me.
I also don't think you'd be able to cast the spell without getting the orb because it's a 50-foot radius and you only have a range of 100 feet.
Oh, yeah, you would get the orb. Because 100 feet from you, with a 50-foot radius, yeah, it means you have to cast it 100 feet from.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that yet. Fuck, I don't want to move.
That's a big spell, man.
It is a big spell.
Like
And I
any
was
indoor
hoping that it
map
would
would.
basically make them unable to get back down to that thing to be able to touch it.
Right.
And there, I've actually found a monster that can actually do this as an ability.
So have I.
Do I get the feeling that if I used it with the orb centered on it, the orb would move upwards?
You don't know.
Oh my god.
But you can, I mean, logically, the orb is not connected to anything. So you get the sense that it might.
Okay.
I mean, it's logical, but obviously there's some things that are, there's laws of physics being broken in this room. Because magic. You could try it, see what happens.
I'm not even going to fuck with that. You know what I'm going to do instead? How close is he to me? He is 80 feet. I'm going to use my action to dash, because I think this is only 2 sorcery points. And I'd be spending 7 then. God damn it, that threw my whole plan out of the way. I am going to cast the spell at 7th level instead. And I'm going to use 3 sorcery points to heighten it so he has disadvantage, which will probably just be a normal roll for him, but I'm casting it on Rurik so that he will hopefully be incapacitated.
Okay. You
So
do know his name.
I do know his name, so I will
do.
just cast the spell, and I don't even have to see him. I just know it's just going to go right for him.
Correct.
So I say his name, and it spikes him in the fucking forehead.
You were all emblazoned with their names when you put the bracelets on, if you remember, when I described what their race and what their names were at the beginning, what forms they had taken.
Going to be 10d6. Perfect. Here's all these.
Okay, so he does get to still make a save, right? He gets an
does make a
intelligence.
save, but it's going to be at disadvantage because I'm using a heightened spell.
Okay. Yeah, since he has that boon, he's going to make it normal.
So it's going to be a roll at normal, yeah.
But your spell save DC is super freaking high, and this is an intelligence save.
It is an intelligence save.
Oh my god, he's not. He can't succeed.
Perfect. That means he's incapacitated for a turn.
Okay, so he will not be able to advance the thing in the room.
He's going to take, holy shit, a lot of damage. Oh my god. I don't think I rolled lower than a 3, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be 6, 12, 18, 28. 28 plus 8 is 36. Plus, wait, right? 6, 12, 18, 28, 36. Plus 39 is 45 psychic damage. And he is incapacitated. And that's my turn. And he's incapacitated until the start of or the end of my next turn?
The start of your next turn.
The start of my next turn. Okay, cool. So I moved. I'm 30 feet in the air. I knocked him out of combat for a round. And I did some damage. And I'll look back and say, okay, we can charge now. I'm sorry.
You moved? Oh yeah, you moved.
I flew 30 feet in the air.
Yeah. So you're
And
you're in the air?
I am in the air.
Okay. I've got another invisible person that's going to go right now.
I've used one of my 7th level spell slots. Really want to get in there and use these.
$65 feet or 60 feet to get there.
I don't know if they're in my vision yet.
Yeah. So who can see invisible things?
Me.
Sam has
Me.
tremor sense.
I have blind sight now.
Yeah,
Everybody
but you're
but Ron.
behind a wall. You can't see anything right now. I mean, your line of sight is if I click your token and click Control L, your line of sight is blocked by the wall. Yeah, you can see this guy.
Oh, can you click that one more time?
No, he's telling Hellebore
Or
he can only see.
Doug can only see that one berserker.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
it
thought that
because
was for us.
he hid behind that wall.
Yeah, I can only see up to Kakoa.
I believe Sam, Vishara, and where's Ait? Yeah,
Ait
Ait
is right, but she's a little limited by the wall.
Correct. The wall is blocking you too, so you can't see this either. But Sam, you can feel it. And Vishara, you see me running right at you. Cresta is running right at you with her purple claws out.
Does that give her range?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't
Is she
have
going to jump?
range. I'm going. Oh wait,
I'm 30 feet in the air.
You're 30 fucking feet in the air, and that's why I moved to Sam initially. Okay, I'll just move to Sam then.
There are also
I cast the
6
fly
berserk.
speed and then I flew up this turn.
I'm not
There are
gonna
all-
waste my time attacking the fucking berserkers. I can kill them after you're dead. If I kill you, the game's over no matter what.
Berserkers have an hour.
They have an hour.
They can complete the mission.
I'm going to go ahead and mark her as visible anyway. She still has the invisibility marker on her. So pretend like you can't see her. But it's hard to switch back and forth from GM layer to her layer or to token layer. So I'm going to run up to Sam. Now that I have all my actions available, that took 65 feet of movement, so I have 5 feet of movement left because I can move 70 feet. And now we get to show off Cresta's powers. Cresta is going to make an attack with her purple claw. Oh, wait. Yeah, Wait, you can... Do I have advantage against you? Because you can...
I can
have
see you,
tremor sense.
and I'm also alert.
Okay, so I don't have advantage. Let me turn advantage off. I had advantage on because of the saving throw thing. So let me click normal and attack you again. If it's a crit, though, I won't count it because I did not roll a crit. 18?
That's what you need.
Oh, nice. Okay. I hit you with my purple claw. It's going to do 16 plus 7, bludgeoning, magic, and necrotic, which is 23 points of damage. And then I need a con save from you. That is a success. You are not paralyzed. However, I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 key points to do that.
By the way, Earth Elementals are immune to paralyzed.
Okay, then you don't have to give me the con saves. Yeah. I'll do that. And then I will... So I spent 3 key points to set up the vibrations in your body. And I will attack you with my second attack for a 20.
That will hit.
Doing 16 points of damage. You don't have to give me the con save. But I will spend a key point to do this for my follow-up. So now I need a con save. Okay. Useless. Useless! I'm going to spend a third key point. Where are you? To do this. So I get to make 2 more attacks. For a 21.
Yep. I
Doing...
should be making constant saves for haste.
Oh, yes.
Are
Let's
those con
see.
or whiz?
They're con saves. DC 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher. I haven't done more than 20 points of damage to you so far, so I think, well, except for the first one, was 23. So it's DC 11 and then 210.
There's a couple of crits for you.
Nice. Get them out of the way. You get 1 more for my first flurry of blows. 21 is a success. And with the flurry of blows, I can do this. I'm going to just take away your reaction and then make my last strike for a 17, which is going to miss.
17's a miss thanks to my tattoo.
And then I am going to move 5 feet away. Okay. That's a move. My bonus action was Flurry of Blows. My action was attack, and I spent 3 key points. Well, 6 key points, because I did the first attack to cost 3. So 3, 4, yeah, 6 key points. Okay, it's your turn. She's invisible, by the way, so you can sense her because of your tremor sense, and Vishara can see her, but the berserkers cannot.
Who do I want to hit? Let's go ahead and hit Krista, because she flipped me off that one time and sent me to another realm.
She did do that. She sent you to the astral plane. Well, her trap did.
If we bring down Elrose, we get the berserkers into this fight.
Well, let's see if I make the save to actually attack Krista. I need to do that, right?
No, she attacked.
Sanctuary.
When you attack, you break Sanctuary. So since she made an attack, she broke Sanctuary. That said, who are you attacking?
I'm going to attack Krista because she hit me and sent me to the astral plane and flipped me off.
Elros has Sentinel, so I'm going to attack you with Sentinel. You can make your attack against Cresta, though, because it's my reaction, essentially, that's going to do this. Oh my god, you frickin' crit?
So that should include the crit damage in there, 27 magical bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use my boon. It's 0.
All right, you want to hit me with Elros?
Yep.
I was going to add the absorb elements fire damage to that. Does that? So yeah.
Yeah, I would reduce all damage to 0. But that's once. That's it. That's the boon that she had. One of the 3 boons that they are like you, but they have 3 boons instead of 1.
Should have saved that for
I-
Braun.
I was just gonna say, you're taking 3 boons.
They're essentially 20th level PCs with 3 boons instead of 1. Yes.
Now just think, if they were Ahldin's anointed, they probably been doing this for a lot longer than we
been doing this since our time.
Ken, do you wanna
Yeah,
hit me
he's
with
going to
Elros?
attack you with his sword, which is called Shining Malice. It's a great sword. Shit. Click normal. Again. Come on.
You've never missed me before.
Well, it's because I have it. I should have just left it alone. I have advantage toggle on right now, and everything I've done in this campaign is just rolled without the advantage toggle. And now, because I have to remember to check that every time before I roll, I think I'm screwing up my algorithms. All right, I missed.
I'm going to go ahead and punch Cresta again. And please make sure you mark Elros for his reaction used. $25 against Cresta.
25. I'm going to use my reaction as Cresta to do this. And that makes my AC 26, and you miss.
That will be my turn then.
All right, that's just too tense. You're not gonna move? You're gonna stay there?
I am going to stay here.
All right. Witowski, you start your turn in the aura. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Normal.
Oh my god, I could totally get rid of every one of these guys in one. Okay, gotcha. Bye-bye, berserkers. That's a 10 again. What is this, a static roll? Tell me it's rolling a d20. Okay.
They don't get any bonuses.
So you are also afeared. You cannot move closer to Elros, and you have disadvantage on your attacks.
Okay, I can't move closer to him. But I can go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Remember, Cresta is invisible.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't see Cresta.
All right, you're fine. Yeah, that's right. You are correct.
You can go after Death and Destruction. She's not invisible.
Yeah, you could charge into the other room if you want.
Why are you trying to kill Death and Destruction?
You can charge the area that Sam was attacking. You can attack a thing that's invisible. You just would have disadvantage.
Right.
Chris, this whole campaign is to stop Death and Destruction.
But Swatowski, knowing him, he's not gonna. He's wondering why the Earth Elemental is slamming in invisible, but he sees a guy up here. He's gonna charge 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Swistowski, the half-orc from Vandelver?
Yes.
Is he double moving?
Yes, he has the double move.
Okay.
So he gets there and he's raging and just and he double moved.
You can just barely see Kelador hiding around that corner.
Okay. But
not really hiding, taking cover.
Yeah, but his sights are on this guy.
Can you also mark Cresta that she used her reaction?
Sure.
But anyways, that's my turn.
Which guy is she seeing? Rurik?
Yeah.
The one who's incapacitated?
He doesn't see Keldor around the corner until now, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So he sees another guy and he's just gonna go charge, and that's what he was doing.
Also, Ait did say that the enemy is that way.
All right, Helivorn, giant, ancient, brass dragon version. It is your turn to do ancient brass dragony things.
He prefers to use his dragon name, which I've already lost.
Elevon, if you can hear me, I've stunned the guy at the computer.
I hear that, but I also received a message from Ait, so I will trigger that plan first, since Braun is on my back, correct?
Yes.
And Ait is next to me as well.
Yes, but I'm not. I didn't have enough movement to get on.
So if you're gargantuan, you're at least 20 feet high, so you can get 5 feet off the ground if you want to fly. The room is only 30 feet to the ceiling. Vishara's head is at the ceiling right now. Just keep that in mind. You're filling up most of the vertical space here.
Okay, so then
As a matter of fact, I think you would have to duck to go under that arch, because that arch is lower than the ceiling.
so then basically Elros is kind of in the way. So Bron, I'm kind of just getting you back to right where we were, but I'll just be like, we need to get rid of that one.
So are you just riding the dragon?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's funny. Braun's riding the dragon. He's chasing the dragon.
I'm just waiting for Helivorn to stop movement, and then I'll put myself over there.
I stop right there since I have reach, and I'm going to unleash some attacks on Elros. And I do have a frightful presence now that they can see this black metal scaled dragon coming into view.
I'm immune to fear while I'm under aura of courage as a paladin. I can't be frightened. And any of my allies in 30 feet of me can also not be frightened.
Noted. But I'm
Paladin.
going to do my 3 attacks at him.
How about Rurik way over there?
What about Rurik?
The frightful presence is 120 feet.
Rurik is incapacitated. Does it matter?
Well, he'll become frightened for a minute if he fails.
All right.
And wherever Gavin is.
Gavin is not in. Well, no, Gavin is in line of sight. Okay, so they would both. Let me see. Let me check them and see if they have anything against fear. Rurik. Is a Azamar. He is not immune to fear. So what is the saving throw for this? DC 18 wisdom saving throw? That's not a magical ability. That's a natural ability. So I'm not going to use my boon for that. So it's just a wisdom save for Rurik. He's not afraid. And then Gavin is in line of sight of you. So can he be feared? He is not immune to fear. While outside of the aura, anyway. So yeah, he'll also give you a wisdom saving throw. Normal, not at advantage. He is afraid of you. You're his oath target. Well, I don't think he knows that. Well, yeah, he does. As long as you're on the same plane, he cannot not know who you are. So he knows you're his target, but he's now afraid because you turned into a dragon. All right. Now you can make your attacks. 21 is a miss against Elros.
Here comes the next attack.
31 is a hit. He will take 13. Wait, is this magical damage? This is not. This is just a claw attack. I'll take 6. Crit fail. You are granting. Yes. Kill the fucking dragon.
And that will be my turn.
All right. Kakoa. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, let me click that button. 13.
13 is a fail. I think it's 15. So you are afeared of Elros.
Okay, then my backup plan is to double move charge to, I can see Kellador over there. I get 60 total, and that'll put me right up next to him.
All right, charging around the corner to get to the warlock with the black rune sword. He is a Pact of the Blade warlock. He looks very comfortable with his pact weapon.
And please tell us where Cocoa came from.
Like, Land of Song? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, what game did you pull him from?
Oh, yeah, Land of Song.
The race?
First act.
No, Kakoo was Act 2.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, no, yeah, my monk warlock that Ken killed in one turn.
No, he was a tiefling monk, is what he was.
Oh, yeah, tiefling monk, I meant.
Yeah. Kakoo replaced the tiefling monk. And did very well, actually.
And what?
Hadouken! You get to give me a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Okay, he is afraid of Elros as well.
So Hadouken comes from the future, from one of those future worlds, because I haven't played him yet.
Gotcha.
He just comes out and goes, Hadouken! And runs out and charges after Swiftowski.
He can come from the space game that we played.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit. I thought that Bubba Joe was going to make an appearance.
That's funny.
I don't remember if he was a barbarian or if he was a fighter.
He's a fighter. You guys needed.
So we're gonna charge it after Cocoa.
All right.
Again, battle cry, Hadouken!
So a bunch of scared berserkers are running away from the Dark Angel and going after the Warlock. All right, Braun.
Did we determine if we get the boon of magic resistance on this aura from the Paladin?
No, but you're immune to fear from your Hero's Feast, so the fear aura that the Paladin is doing doesn't affect you guys.
Perfect. So,
full bellies.
So Braun is going to charge right up on Elros. I am already raging, and I'm going to unleash my 3 attacks.
Are you keeping track? Who's keeping track of the rounds that Braun is under haste? I think this is round 2, right?
Yeah, this is round 2. Sam's doing it.
Okay.
Sam's doing it? Okay. So that is a 34 to hit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you hit.
And I'm assuming my necrotic die, does that have any effect here?
Okay, yes. Elros is a Summer Eladrin, so he is not resistant to necrotic.
Okay.
So you can do necrotic damage to him. He's a paladin of vengeance.
So that's 27 damage. That's 29 to hit.
That hits also.
That's 25 damage.
This is the guy that I built to go toe-to-toe with you, by the way.
Hold on, I gotta add. These numbers are getting too high for me.
Yeah, no shit. They're getting too high for me, too.
That's 36 to hit.
Do you ever roll less than a 17?
Hold on. This damage isn't very high. That's 20 damage.
Yeah, but you still did you did 70 points of damage in a single round.
Oh, I'm a berserking 29 strength beast.
He's like that dragon, like one of those Dragon Ball characters that have way too many muscles.
No. This okay. When Sam cast haste, she got that haste from Jack. So when he's hasted, he gets the Jack red hair flame, just Super Saiyan.
Yeah, so he's Super Saiyan bred, whatever that's called. Kaioken.
Let's see. I'm going to finish my movement just getting right up next to him. I would have probably gotten to that point anyway.
All right. Odo, I need a wisdom saving throw.
All right. I'd say 17 plus. They get +1 or +0. +0.
Plus 0.
17.
17's a success. You're not afraid of him. Probably because you just saw Braun literally cut him in half.
Yeah, there's really nothing to be scared of, is there?
Oda's
cool.
like, save some for me.
Yeah, my halfling from Land of the Song is going to come up. I imagine that he still has his 2 short swords, even though it says Great Axe. So he's just going to plunge them in at once as one weapon. And he's definitely going to attack recklessly. Because that's what he does. I don't know if there's a thing I should put on him for that.
Put the lightning bolt because he's granting, essentially.
Perfect. Lightning bolt. And I only get 1 attack?
Yep.
24.
Oh my god, that is my armor class. You hit
me. For 11 damage.
I will take 5 of that.
Perfect. And that's Odo. That sounds about right, to be honest.
Rurik is incapacitated until when again?
The start of my next turn.
The start of your next turn. So he is going to do nothing on his turn.
Which is a really good thing, I hope.
Yes, he cannot advance the clock. Kelador has
on
a
that
couple
note,
of...
As I don't mean to interrupt, sorry, but as he has been working on this, has this changed at all?
Yes, it's spinning faster and faster.
Okay.
But not this period of time. It did not increase in speed.
Perfect.
Kelador is getting surrounded by summoned barbarians, so he is not liking this crowding up on the warlock, the Yuan Ti warlock. So he is going to attack. He has this, so he can attack twice with his blade. Which is the Morn Blade, which is the sister to Stormbringer. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use my packed weapon. So I will make sure I don't have advantage. Wait, no, they didn't. They double moved, so I don't have advantage to attack them. 32? Wow, I feel like Braun. Look at that.
On Kakoa?
Yes.
Yeah, you hit me.
You take 16 magical slashing and necrotic damage, and I gain 8 health, but... Oh no, 8 temporary hit points. Let me mark that down for myself.
So, 16?
Yep, and how many hit points do you have after the damage is taken?
He has 51.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to move here and make my second attack on this one. Hadouken.
Hadouken.
For an 18.
Yep, that'll hit him.
All right, so he will take 28 slashing necrotic damage.
Damn.
And he needs a con save. And I will get 14 temporary hit points. That is a success, so you do not auto die.
As he takes damage, he goes, Shoryuken!
Shoryuken!
That's his full name, Hadouken Shoryuken.
Well, he
Maybe.
sure can succeed on that save.
Sure you can. Let me see if I have any bonus actions I can do as far as like spells, possibly. No, I cannot. So that will end his turn. It is Ait's turn.
All right, she is going to go 5, 10, 15. She is going to scramble up Hellevorn because it takes half your movement to get on a mount.
Right. Even though the mount is 30 feet tall, but yeah.
It just says half your movement
to mount creature.
Correct.
And then she's going to place her hands together and she goes, "Don't worry, you guys have me on your side. Everything will be perfectly fine."
30-foot radius around you. Let's put a radius around you.
I don't need a radius, it's just everybody within that. So Callus, Odo, Sam, Braun, Helivorn, and I now have advantage on every saving throw, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against me, against them.
Yeah, but when you cast the spell, so it doesn't move with you.
No, it just says when I cast a spell,
Yep.
everybody in that range gains this benefit.
And who gets that?
Ait, Helivorn, Callus, Odo, Braun, and Sam.
Okay.
I might use the wings.
I like the wings. Oh, you guys also emanate dim light.
Wow, this is pretty suitably epic. Level 20 abilities. Is that the end of your turn, Ait?
Yes, I don't think I have any bonus action.
Makes me think of like a short time foresight.
Yeah,
All right,
she's
Alros,
basically.
I can put his reaction back. Because it's his turn again. He's going to start his turn. He's going to attack Braun, but first, he's going to do, as a bonus action, Vow of Enmity. Braun, I fucking hate you. So I have advantage against you until you're at 0. So, but when I hit you, I have disadvantage because of your spell, right, Ait?
Yes.
So I attack you normally.
I love this, like competing divine powers against each other.
Yes, competing divine powers.
We're battling for your soul, Braun.
Using my Shining Malice, and I can attack you twice because I have that. I'm going to make sure I don't have advantage checked. It's a normal attack. 33 to hit you. I think that's going to hit you. So you're going to take 20 slashing. This is magical damage, by the way, but you're raging. So it's 22. So you'll take 11, but I need a charisma saving throw from you.
Ooh, those are. Oh, and I get advantage, right? Because this thing I got right now.
Yes, I have blessed you.
Oh, well, that still sucks. 10.
You're blinded until the end of my next turn. You can put the eyeball thing with the liquid coming out of it or whatever as your marker. You cannot see. And then I will. Shit, it does no good to attack you. You're just too fucking tanky. As a matter of fact, your green bar is still full. Oh, you probably just haven't subtracted the 11 hit points yet, or you have 10 hit points you're working
No,
from?
we have those 22, so it's in a red. It's in my red.
Yeah, so you have 846 hit points. Which
Another
is more
blessing
than...
from Ait.
You know how many hit points Tiamat has in 5th edition? 700.
Yeah, I was like, the most I've ever seen was like Zario with 580.
The new Great Worms technically have like 1,000 hit points.
Yeah, well, Braun is one of those.
He is a Great Worm.
That's what he calls his dick.
Mhm.
Oh, that's really good. I like that.
I don't have anything I can do again. There has to be something. Well, I already attacked, so I have to just attack a second time. I was hoping that would do something, but it doesn't really do anything. So I'm going to just hit you and do...
Hold on. You rolled a
Lord of
17.
Oh, 17 doesn't hit you?
No, I'm a 20 right now.
Then I miss you. Okay. Callus, you are afraid.
Yes, but he does see the other guys following through, so he will join them. He's got a special glow in his step. So he double moved there.
Isn't Tybalt from Romeo and Juliet?
It
Yeah, I think
is.
so.
I always liked that name. I played them in
I do too.
played Tybalt in high school.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's awesome.
like that character. He's the one that does the sword fight. Right?
He is, yes.
Yes. I play good bad guys in plays.
All right, so Tybalt, you're afeared of Elros as well. But you're nowhere near him. You can move away from him. I think it looks like you took the dodge action on your turn or something.
Yep, he took the dodge action. He sees the others running, and he'll just be like, that sounds like a good idea, as he eats a, like, shrimp that he pulls out of nowhere, and then he charges after them.
Shrimp?
Well, he can double move while I move to Gavin.
Double moves to there.
Wow, really surrounding my frickin' warlock. Okay. Gavin is going to attack you, Vishara. What kind of defenses do you have up at the moment? What is the eye and the wings?
That's my fly speed and my sea invisibility.
Okay. So I think he's out of range of your sea invisibility. That's 60 feet, right?
I do have the alert feat as well.
Okay, so I don't get advantage for being invisible.
Also, is he feared of Hellivore?
Yes.
Frightful presence.
Yeah, let me zoom out and see if Hellivorn's actually...
Within line of sight? I think so, because I have light.
Yeah, but I can move before I make my attack to get out of line of sight. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to a position where the wall is blocking my view of Hellivorn so that I no longer see, but without moving closer to Hellivorn.
You're right here?
You don't know where I am. I'm invisible.
Oh, okay, that's right. Sorry.
I did go give Rurik the help action, though.
Well, if you're within 60 feet.
That's okay. This is meta. Guys, only I can do that.
You're right. Sorry.
I am 65 feet away from you, out of line of sight of Hellivorn.
Goddamn.
So I'm going to take aim at you, and I can't oath you because I can only have one oath, but I can. How can I get advantage to attack you? How can I do this? I can still use favored foe.
Was favored foe like the lower end hunter's mark?
I think it's better than Hunter's Mark, but as a bonus
action,
concentration.
That's the only thing I was going to say. I don't know if he's concentrating on anything.
He's not.
Okay.
Well, sort of. He's concentrating on his foe of Doug's, but favored foe says I can mark up to 6 people. So the way I read it is I can keep marking things until my concentration is broken. I can do this 6 times per day. So if I mark 6 things and then you break my concentration, all those marks go away. That's the way I read it. Or I can mark one thing, you break my concentration, I mark you again, you break my concentration, I mark you again, up to 6 times per day. I could do it that way too. I have 6 uses of this ability, and it doesn't say that I can't use it on something else if I have something marked. So that's how I read it. That's the thing.
Oh.
But I have to hit you. It's what replaces favored enemy. Of the Ranger, which did absolutely squat for you in the player's handbook. So if I hit you, I can mark you with favored foe and then do the extra damage.
Oh.
I can't get advantage to attack you at the moment, so I won't be able to use my sneak attack. I could use sharpshooter, but I don't think I want to take the -5 to the attack roll.
No, you don't want to do that.
Because I can't get advantage. If I had advantage, I would take that gamble. That to me, that's sharpshooter's always a gamble. Although I do have one thing I could do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a sharpshooter attack. All right, make sure I don't have advantage checked. I don't. So I'm gonna do the first shot with sharpshooter. 20.
Shield.
What does that make your armor class?
22.
I give myself plus 20 to the attack roll. How about a 40?
Fuck me. Fine.
That's
God. That is just
one of
mean.
my boons. And that will hit you. So that will do.
God damn.
Don't do the hunter's mark because. Well, wait. Yeah, I can bonus action hunter's mark you. I'll spend that spell slot.
So then you can't favored foe me.
No, I can.
Well, because favored foe is concentration.
No, but it's not concentration specifically. It says as if you're concentrating. It's not a spell.
It
You
is
just
still
treat it.
concentration. It is still concentration.
And it says as if you were concentrating on a spell. So I read that as that's a.
No, it
that's
doesn't
something
say
that-
as if you're concentrating on a spell. It says you mark your favorite enemy until you lose your concentration.
Oh, that's not. Oh, maybe it's different on D&D Beyond then, because that's what it's reading here. Is
Let's see. Can you hunter's mark and favored foe? The way I was reading it, you could do both.
I'll post you what I'm seeing if that helps.
Oh, it does say you can't concentrate on both at the same time.
Yeah, my invoke duplicity says that it's as if you are concentrating on a spell.
And that's why I thought you could only do it on one target, was because you're choosing somebody and then concentrating on it.
Yeah, usually they say, you can do it for the time, or you can end it earlier, or it's like, or you lose it.
Well, now what I'm reading, that's making me less like this ability.
That's
Hunter's
why I said it
Mark.
was a lesser version of Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Because I think it's supposed to be like a.
And it's only once per round, whereas Hunter's Mark does it on every hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to favored foe you. Fuck that. That's bullshit. I'm just going to mark you.
All right, it's fine.
That's my PCs are not good anymore. Okay, so let's see what the damage is then. The damage is, well, the 25 plus 4. I just have to spend a spell slot to do it.
So 25 plus 4 is what, 29?
Yep.
So 22 minus that, I take 7 damage. And the temp takes the rest.
Yes. And then your armor class is currently really high because of your shield spell that's active. So my second shot is not... Oh, wait, but I still have these. I need a con save from you.
Oh, okay. I'm really good at those. Except I have no fucking health because I'm a sorcerer. Really glad I'm not concentrating on a spell right now. Plus 9. That's a 19.
So 19 is a save, so you're going to take half of that 34, which is what, 17?
Yeah.
Okay. And then with my second shot, I will attack you without the sharp shot, just a regular both bow and hunter's mark.
That'll miss.
God damn, dude. You get a plus 13 to hit.
You got
Why
a
can't I
plus
roll like
50 last
David?
time. I think this is fair. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's
David
acceptable.
rolls above 30 every single time he throws a dice on the table. All right. I can't do sneak attack. You're not my oath target. I did my slaying arrow.
Did
And
you
I
do another
used
slaying
my
arrow or no?
huh?
Was that another slaying arrow? Should I make that save again?
No, I didn't hit you.
Oh, that's right.
The 17 doesn't hit you. It was a slaying arrow. I have a limb. I'm marking off how many of them I have. I built this guy like Hawkeye, so I have various kinds of arrows, but I have arrows of slaying humanoid, which I'm using against you guys.
What did he call them? The dangerous arrows?
What are my bonus actions? Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm still in a pretty good spot. All right, it is your turn after you got pegged with one arrow that was aimed by a god because I used my god boon to hit you and break your magic shield.
Yeah, fuck, that hurt. Right in my abdomen. Okay. It's an action to drink a potion, right?
It is.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fly 30 feet to right there, right under the archway. Put myself real in the open. And so, can you reveal, if you don't mind, real quick, the people that I can see? Now that I should be within 60 feet, I think, of everybody.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna move one space down. I think this will. I'll move 25 feet to here. I think I can see everybody from right here.
Put the same symbol on him that.
That
Oh
way I can
wait,
see
he's
Elros too.
visible anyway.
Oh, yeah, because it's the end of his turn.
It's the
But is
end of
there
the turn.
anybody else hidden besides Cresta then? Or no?
No, Cresta gets to stay invisible for a full minute.
That's what I was saying. Is there anybody else invisible within my sight?
No, all
Or is it-
5 players are visible at the moment.
Now, Ken, are you keeping track of how long Cresta's been invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Went invisible in round 1, so as soon as we get to 10 rounds, I'll make her
yeah.
visible.
Everybody is in range. Would you look at that? And I can just see Elros out of the corner of my vision. This is fantastic. Do I want to quicken this or do I want to fuck somebody over twice as hard? I think I just really want to mess somebody up. Yeah, I'm going to, as my action, heighten spell, because I think I can do this and it'll just get one target. So that's cool, which I'm going to give, of course, to the guy on the computer again. I'm down to 6 sorcery points. And I'm going to cast one of my 2 9th level spell slots to do Psychic Scream. Any creature of my choice within 90 feet of me, which is... I counterspell that. If you're counterspelling me at 3rd level, I'll do that right back.
Okay. I was going to make the roll to see if I could even successfully cancel yours, but...
I'm not even going to risk it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to risk it.
That's one of Kelador's 4 slots.
That son of a bitch ain't doing me like that.
I really was waiting for somebody to use a 9th level spell that I could see.
And yeah, so I need everybody to give me an intelligence saving throw. All of my enemies, sorry, let me specify.
That's funny, I have this spell too. Okay, I'm going to start clockwise with Gavin.
I love I love the last sentence where it says if the target is killed, their head explodes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that too. Oh, I love the sound of 14d6 in my hands.
I can't save against this. You have a DC 24 spell save.
I do, and it's intelligence.
I know. Gavin doesn't have... He has an 11 intelligence, so he's not going to save.
Oh, man, Ken, this is real bad. It's bad for you. This is really good for me. Oh my god, how many 5s did I get?
That's why I tried to counterspell it.
That's why you need more counterspells.
As a crit, and I still can't succeed.
Alright, let me organize my dice here so I can do the math easier.
So am I reading this right? They're stunned until they can save?
Yep. They are stunned until they can save.
All right. Well,
game over. Let's go home.
yeah, I think that's the end of the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. We might be able to finish tonight.
Yeah, we
You know
can
what
just finish. We can just finish.
The best thing is that it's not concentration. It's just a thing that happens. And it's
can't
4
save.
minutes.
I don't. None of my Cresta is the only one who might be able to save, and I'd have to roll a 19. I'd have to roll a 19. Everybody else auto fails this spell save.
Perfect.
No matter
Don't you
what.
love it? You know what the best part about this
Nope.
is, Ken?
Cresta failed.
You know what the best part about this is, Ken? I have 2 9th level spell slots.
I wanted to do some 9th level shit. I was
All right, let me
okay.
go into my damage then. So that's 6, 12, 18, 24 plus. Wait, did I roll the right number of dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. Okay, so that's 24 plus 10 is 34 plus 10 is 44 plus that's 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 63 damage. 63 psychic damage.
So just so I read this right, there's no duration like it lasts 7 days or anything. They're stunned until they save. Since these guys can't save, they basically are just doomed forever.
Yeah. I'll look it up again on
So we can just carry them back and put them in their little containers.
No, I think our options were we either kill them and touch them to the bracelets, or we get them to voluntarily touch the bracelets. So we basically tasered them, and now we're putting cuffs on them.
I thought
Yeah.
we could convince them to go back to the chamber or take their soul.
With the
I-
raging brawn with haste, I'm gonna chop every fucking one of these things into a million little pieces.
Oh, should I post the damage, by the way? It was 63. That way
I
it's...
took 63 off of all of them.
Okay. I couldn't remember how much damage, and I had to count it again. And I was like, I should post that just in case. Yeah, damn, I rolled real good. Yeah, I thought it was for a minute. No, they're stunned until they make the save again.
Yeah, but they don't take the damage constantly, do they?
No, the damage is just once.
All
Did
right, so
anybody's head
bronze.
explode, by the way?
No, nobody was under 63.
Elrose didn't die? Damn it. I was hoping he was low enough.
Okay, let me just double check their saves. He's got a +0, so he can't ever save.
Well, Elrose and Cresta, I will say, I'll fuck myself over on that one. She did get a +5 from being within. I don't know if she rolled high enough, but Elrose also gets that from his paladin thing.
Elros got a 20 and Cresta got a 19 then.
Oh, okay. But I think if he's stunned, does that go away, or is that when
He's incapacitated, so he can't. No, it says unconscious, I think, specifically on their auras.
Yeah, I think the aura
Paladin's
is
aura is
he's
still
up
active.
until he goes down.
Okay.
Rurik can't save. Kelador has a +1 to his intelligence save, so he can't save. Elros gets a +0, so he can't. He could save if he crit. As long as he's conscious. And Cresta actually gets a +6 because monks are fucking awesome and get advantage in all saving throws.
Well, I just did that and gave it to 6 people.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is my action. I'm not even going to bother with the bonus action. I think I'm feeling a little cocky right now, so I'll end it here. Yeah.
Okay. It's Cresta's turn. She is stunned. She can't do anything. At the end of her turn, she will make a saving throw, and add +5 to it, getting a 25. So she saves. She's not stunned.
Cool. Did she take the damage?
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't take it. I did not take it. I missed her. Okay, I'm giving it now. Yeah, now she's taking it.
Perfect.
Uh,
Now I can see on my second turn whose heads are going to explode.
well, they won't take the damage again.
He,
Unless
It's
he
a
I
does
cast
have.
it
ninth
again.
level spell.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he
People
has
talk.
a.
Oh,
Go
do it
ahead.
again? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Visara can do it again.
nobody can counterspell it again. So yeah. Okay, it's Sam's turn.
So Cresta was really annoying, so I'm going to upcast Blight at her.
She's invisible.
I have Tremor Sense.
Okay.
Let's do it at 7th level here.
$25.
Okay, so you'll take half of that.
Is this
So
poison damage?
necrotic damage.
Necrotic. Okay. I don't resist necrotic. I'm immune to poison.
That's 45, so 22.
Okay.
And that will be that.
Switowski? I mean, he's stunned, so you have advantage. You don't even have to recklessly attack.
Okay, no, I was just saying how far he was. He would move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Uh, 16 against Kelador is a miss.
All right, that's his turn.
All right. Helivorn in your dragon form.
Let's get this armored one out of the way.
Let's head inside. I think Braun can take care of that guy. But we need to make sure that
I can't see anything.
you'll be fine, Braun. Helivorn, I think we need to ensure that they can't screw around with that device.
You said I'm like against the wall? Or
You're like
I can't.
you're almost scraping the ceiling.
Yeah, you're 5 feet below the ceiling.
Don't raise your head up or you're shoving me into the ceiling.
Okay, I will start flying forward.
No, I said don't move higher.
In order for you to fly over their heads, they would have to go prone.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna have to take this one out to move forward. Because if I'm correct, this is a wall here.
That is a
If
wall,
you're
yes.
if you're more than 2 sizes bigger, can't you just move over them?
Yeah, you can just walk over them. And actually, you're more than 2 sizes bigger than everything on this map, even Sam.
I stop at that. Oh, so I can move past that. Well, I don't like the idea that that monk could try to.
You don't know Cresta. Well, never mind.
I can see Cresta
That's right.
at blind sight.
You can sense her, yeah. You can't see her, but yeah.
I see you. I smell you.
Yeah, there you go. Good smog line.
I bends over. Oh, you know Smog?
Now, from that holy aura, I get advantage on attacks also?
No.
No, okay.
It's protection, she says, poking your head. It's protection, not offensive.
Okay, so 3 attacks at Cresta.
You miss. I have my reaction. Oh, that hits. Okay, I will take 6 points of damage. That is my AC. Well, actually, defensive duelist is only against that attack, so my AC is 20 at the moment. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Kakoa, where are you at? You're next to Kelador. He's an easy target.
Yeah, so I will do my attack. I've got the advantage. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
7 slashing.
All right, Hadouken. Beat down the warlock who can't do anything but grip, like his head is hurting. He's got a headache. He can't move.
Hadouken.
18 is exactly what you need to hit him. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. So the berserkers are gathering around Kelador and just hacking him with their axes and their weapons until he's bleeding on the ground. Braun, you see the carnage around you.
Yeah, I'm blinded by Elros, so I'm just swinging away in the direction where I was originally fighting him,
Okay.
and just rolling just normal.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, because you would have disadvantage for being blind,
Right.
but advantage. Right. Yeah.
So here you go, and here could come misses if on my single die roll. It's a 13 plus 17, so it's a 30.
That's a hit. Elros has a 24 armor class. I built him to go toe to toe with you, and that's happening so wonderfully.
Well,
I can't get to my token because this big fucker's in the way. Hold on.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And I do have to apologize for nearly max damage. I just rolled 32 points of damage.
He is now within head exploding range.
And here comes the second attack.
Vishara's pleasure. I think you get 3 attacks.
That was a 4, so that's a 21.
That's a miss.
There you go.
A 4. Come on.
And then here's my third attack. Okay, that's a 9 plus 17, so
that's a hit.
That's over. And then damage coming through. 26.
Okay. He's still alive, but not by much.
And I'm going to stay here because I feel my great axe just sinking.
You, I believe, are also not blind anymore. Let me double check.
Yeah, if it's a save roll again, or
the end of my next turn. So at the end of Elros's turn, your blindness will go away.
Okay.
It's Odo's turn. Odo could kill Elros.
Yep, he's gonna attack at advantage.
If he hits.
That's a fucking natural 20.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 9 and a fucking sun. Oh, this is great. That's a D12, right?
Yeah.
I gotta fucking pull that dice out of my bag. Alright, so that's an 8 plus 12 plus 3, so that's 23 damage.
Yeah, he had 10 left. So Elros drops to the ground, making death saving throws.
Oh, Odo from the grave strikes
again.
Actually,
I don't put the X on him because they are PCs. They are going to make death saves.
Oh, so this is how we can put them in their bracelets.
Yeah, if you stabilize them, then they'll just wake up in 1d4 hours if you want to do that. But they are PCs. I'm playing them just like player characters. They're not
And
monsters.
then
I think
Odo's
Braun's
going to move
gonna
30 feet.
chop these people up.
It is Rurik's turn. He is stunned. He can't save, so he's just gonna remain stunned. Kelador is stunned and he can't save. Ait, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Toll
He
the
said it
Dead.
was your choice.
I'm going to Toll the Dead on Cresta because it sounds appropriate.
It does, doesn't it? I got a 22.
She hears the bells but doesn't feel them. And I'm perfectly fine on top of whatever his name was, I forgot.
Hello, Mandarin.
Yeah.
Right. So there is a difference. If you kill them, there is a different outcome than if you capture them. It is Elros's turn. Elros could, well, he's making death saves, so I was going to say he could make the save against the stun, but now he's dead, so.
Oh, that means his aura goes away too for Cresta.
Yeah, his auras are gone. He's unconscious, and he got one failed death save. So I gotta move the big fucker again to get his auras off. Hold on. Okay. It is Callus's turn and Tybalt's turn. Are they both up here? They're both going to be up there.
Yes, Callus is going to join the
Tybalt's
fray.
up there.
Yeah, I know. Callus can run up there, and you can just have Callus and Tybalt attack. Gavin, can he do anything? I don't think he can save. He's got advantage, but he's 11 intelligence.
So Callus did 10 slashing? Or, well, 17.
No, his AC is 18, so that's a miss.
I'm not used to something with such high AC.
He's got his armor of shadows is still on, even if he's stunned. So it's his dex plus 13, which is an 18 AC. Hellevorn 17 is also a miss. Gavin can't save, so he's going to remain stunned. It is your turn, killer.
Oh God, I don't want to explode anyone's heads. If I look at my bracelet, does it have a name on it?
Yes. I mean, yeah, they're all attuned to a specific person. Your specific bracelet is attuned to Elros.
Elros. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna fly down. I'm gonna fly down to Elros.
It's really nice because I think Vishara is probably the only person who can get Braun to stop.
And I will. Do I have to touch it to him? What did Ahldin give us specific directions?
Give me a history check. It's intelligence based to see if you recall this information. And I'm going to scroll up into my story, and if you roll high enough, I'll copy and paste the exact text of what Ahldin told you to do.
I got a dirty 20.
A what?
Dirty 20, an 18
Oh,
plus
gotcha.
2.
Yeah, 20 is definitely high enough.
Also not in the air anymore. I'm on the ground. Uh-oh.
Careful, Vishara. Cresta's still kicking and screaming.
Yeah, I got a big dragon here. I think I'll be okay.
The bracelets activate the elevators, and then if you... So this is the quote from Ahldin.
Okay, so if I'm gonna just try to tap it to his head and see if that does anything.
Okay, it does not, but as you bring the bracelet closer to him, the dull, dead, like lifeless seeming bracelet around his wrist starts to glow.
Oh, can I bring my bracelet next to his?
Yes. Do you touch them together?
I will do just that.
Okay, so his bracelet essentially stops glowing. It clicks, falls off of his wrist, and yours continues to glow without stopping.
Okay. I'm
And
assuming
as
I've
soon as
done
you
what I
do
need.
that, his body begins to shrivel and wither and turn to dust.
Oh. I assume this is supposed to happen. Make sure you touch your bracelet to the bracelet of the person whose name is on it.
He can no
Please.
longer make death saves.
Um,
Sorry, Helivorn, but you're probably going to have to lose your dragon shape.
I assumed that. But first we must take care of the one still standing.
well, it is just Cresta that is standing. Everyone else is stunned.
Okay,
So,
I was just about to ask if you had come back and you're this nonchalant. I'm assuming that everybody else has been taken care of.
I do
yes.
love how the one who's been bragging and complaining and talking to us about how good they are is the only one left standing.
That is a testament to her goodness. Is that my full action to do that?
It is.
Okay, then I
Yes,
will.
you
remain
essentially
here.
took their light,
Okay.
which is now inside you. Um,
I will wait here then, as that was all my movement.
at the end of your turn, Cresta is going to use a key point to do... where's the thing that she doesn't... makes her not provoke?
At the end of my turn?
No. Yeah, at her turn. On her turn.
Step of the wind.
Oh, her turn is the next one. Okay.
Yeah, Step of the Wind. That's what it is. I'm going to do Step of the Wind. I have a thing for it. I just don't see where it is. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to... Oh, here it is. I'm going to spend a key point to take Step of the Wind, which means I can disengage as a bonus action on my turn, and I am going to run and jump into the void.
I just said I hope she didn't do that.
So, she jumps into the void and vanishes into the multiverse somewhere. You don't know which world she might end up in. And at that point, you hear a clapping noise as a creature exits the light from where Rurik was standing. I'm going to remove the ones that are stunned from initiative because they are literally unable to do anything on their turns. Especially since Elros is dead, he cannot provide the +5 bonus to anyone else either. So Rurik, Kelador, and Elros are all out of initiative, and Gavin. But staying in initiative, I'm going to add... Why is he... I'm not in the DM layer. Can you see him?
Nope.
No.
Oh, it's these words that are here, that are over where the enemy is. Okay, so he comes out of the light where Rurik was standing, the machine, whatever they were activating. And you see him appear, clapping his hands in kind of a slow clap as he starts at 30 feet in the air and starts walking down as if he's walking on steps until he gets to this place and stops his slow clap. And he says, "You have done precisely what I wanted." And we will roll initiative. Well, he will roll initiative. I'm going to roll him into initiative. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
And Kenn's going to give this guy a 30 intelligence.
Um,
We'll wait and see.
I built his stats. He's not based on anything. Well, he's based on a specific thing, but I made him better than that. He still has less fucking hit points than David, though. Because there's just literally here's his hit point stack.
Did you ask me a question?
No, I said with that hit point stack, that's my hit point stack. I still have less hit points than you overall. With your rage going. Like there's no comparing to a level 20 barbarian. There's not, well, the way you built yours, focused on HP. There's nothing in the game that compares to that. So he enters the fray. The Balatech is here, and that we'll pick here. We'll pick up here. Let me roll initiative for him. Let me select his token first. He says that you have done precisely what he wanted you to do. And he enters initiative like a fucking layer.
Oh, shit. I think... so this was... Ahldin's eyes turned this purple, didn't they, when he told us to come get these guys?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck. That makes sense. He literally was the one that told us to do this.
I love that you caught on. Yes. Once again, Doug can say the fool me
You
once.
tricked us twice.
Wait, fool me twice now. What the fuck? Yeah, so one
Sorry, I
thing
feel kind of bad.
One thing I would like to point out to those of you who have read my lore, Ahldin's home base is where, according to my lore?
The moon.
No. The Highlands of Scotland. That's where humanity made its last stand because of the Highlander. That was my influence. Ahldin's central core was built on in the Highlands of Scotland, in a mountainous area. Very difficult to reach. The moon base is somebody else.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, that's where we'll pick up next week with the conclusion of Ahldin's Anointed. And we'll see how you guys deal with the truth of what you've done now.
I didn't kill anybody. I just...
You're right. They're technically stunned. And that's why I'm not removing their tokens from the map, except for one.
I like how she ran off instead of was like, "You fucking idiots! This isn't even his base."
Yeah, so technically, I mean, you know, the cat's out of the bag.